The head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
Welcome once again to the head, the tail, the whole damn thing, with your industry professionals Mike D. McCarthy and James Knight. This week, our fairy tale episode featuring Pans Labyrinth and Ugly Stepsister. Not quite sure how these two match up, but the boys will let you know. Hit it, fellas.
It's Christmas weekend.
Yeah, it's the most magical time of year.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah. Want to keep going?
No.
Well, are you ready for a magical episode? Because we're bringing it.
It is.
Fairy tale style today.
Yeah, both these movies are fairy tales. Both these movies are female protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
Both these movies are brutal.
Oh, boy. Yes. There is definitely brutality in both of them. More in a body horror direction for the second one.
Mm-hmm.
But the first one, a modern-day classic, I would call it that, is not without its share of shocking violence.
Yeah. You know, it was originally titled The Labyrinth of the Fawn, which is its Spanish title, right?
Sure.
And they had to start putting disclaimers on the poster after the first week because too many people were taking their kids because they just assumed it was a kid's movie.
Yeah, and it is a fairy tale, but it is decidedly not a kid's movie. This is a dark adult retelling. And Ugly Stepsister, the second movie, also not one to watch with your kids. But let me tell you something.
Yes?
It didn't stop me.
But it's not that you knew, right?
I didn't. Although she also watched Pan's Labyrinth with me. So my daughter, who's 13, has seen both of these movies and enjoyed both of these movies, but each of them had some shocking moments for her.
I can't wait to talk about them because I already think I know what they are.
But yeah, the first movie we're talking about, of course, Pan's Labyrinth, Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
Well, 2006 Guillermo del Toro. I think his best movie. This is definitely my favorite del Toro picture.
I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say, yes, you are right.
Yeah.
It is, in my opinion as well.
Yeah. I have a little bit of a write-up for you if you'd like to hear. Now,
sure.
This is our fairy tale episode, so I went with some fairy tale flavoring for my write-up. But because it is also a Spanish-speaking movie, I decided to put on my best phony baloney Spanish accent today. So, if you are prepared for The Labyrinth of the Fawn, or Pan's Labyrinth.
Remember, Mom said we shouldn't try and speak Spanish. Because
No.
Because
I will not
I
be
did it
speaking
poorly.
Spanish. Yeah, see, well, because you don't speak Spanish.
Sure.
But I'm just doing a phony baloney accent here.
Okay.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land called España, there was a little girl with a very active imagination. Her father had died many years past, so the little girl and her mother went to live in a fortress in the North Country, where they would be taken care of by a capitan, his military attendants, and a household of servants. The capitan was a fearsome man who enjoyed polished jackboots and trains that ran on time. He had no interest in the girl or her vivid imagination, only in his son, which grew in the mother's belly. No sooner had the girl and her mother arrived when the girl discovered the ruins of an old labyrinth inhabited by fairies and an ancient faun, a spirit of the earth with legs and horns like a goat and the body of a man.
Like me.
The faun told her that she was the returned spirit of a princess of the underworld who had escaped centuries ago. Her father, the king of the underworld, had waited patiently for these many, many years, and if the girl passed 3 important trials, she would be allowed to return to the magical kingdom she had left so long ago. That is, if the fascists don't fuck it up. Yes, fucking fascists. It's like these days you can't get away from this bullshit. Unless, that is, you have a really, really good imagination. Well, mi hermano, are you going to live happily ever after with Pans Labyrinth? Or will the fascists win again?
Oh, I have stomped the fascists under my jack boots on this one. Yeah, this movie is fucking great.
It is. And I saw it in the movie theater back in 2006 when it came out.
So did I.
Maybe twice. And I fell in love with it. I bought it on DVD as soon as it came out. Awesome 2-disc special edition with a ton of features on it, because this movie has amazing effects and lots of behind-the-scenes goodies to talk about. Just such memorable stuff. Del Toro's imagination on full display. Just a really masterfully told story, I think.
Yeah. How many Oscars did it win?
You know, I don't know how many it won. I think it was nominated for 3. Funnily enough, it was nominated for the best foreign film that year. And I remember thinking, well, that's a lock.
Yeah.
And it didn't win. It didn't
Really?
actually win. Yeah. There's a movie called The Lives of Others, which is a German film. And I remember being like, oh, what a bunch of bullshit. And then I watched The Lives of Others. That also is an amazing movie. It's so good. Can't recommend that one highly enough either. But no, revisiting Pan's Labyrinth, it's sort of shocking to think, like, how did this not win? It should have been nominated for Best Picture, in my opinion. Just flat out Best Picture.
Like you said, Best Foreign Language, Best Achievement in Music, Best Achievement in Art Direction, Best Cinematography, Best Writing, Original Screenplay, and Best Makeup. And it won Makeup, Art Direction, Cinematography.
Well, it's beautiful. And that makeup is killer in this. Like, it's
amazing. We're going to talk about it.
We'll get to it. But this has one of the most frightening movie monsters ever, for my money. Like, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, that thing is terrifying. And to Del Toro's credit, you know, he worked very hand in hand with the designers and was constantly back and forth tweaking the designs, and he was rather demanding. He'd always have notes, but the end result is undeniable on this film. It's really an incredible achievement.
Totally. It's fucking amazing.
Muy bien. And for those of you who might be tuning in for the first time, we are always pairing a classic movie up with a newer film, something we think makes a good double feature. The older movie, we will just go through and spoil the whole thing. When we get to the newer one, we'll take a lobby break so that you don't get any spoilers, but then we'll come back and we'll go through point by point and talk about it. But if you haven't seen Pan's Labyrinth, you definitely need to check this one out.
You do definitely need to check this one out. 100%. Let's jump in.
All right. It starts off in the dark with some breathless panting, and you hear a woman humming a little bit of a lullaby in the background. Spain, 1944. Subtitles that tell you that the Civil War in Spain ended a few years ago. The fascists won, and now they're establishing outposts in the mountains, essentially rooting out pockets of Spanish resistance.
Yeah, and it's towards the end of World War II. Like, D-Day is just about happening around now.
Well, when the camera actually reveals who's panting, you see a small girl on the ground, blood trickling out her nose, arm dangling over the edge of a pit, and the camera's tilting and zooming into her eye, and you can see that the blood is trickling backwards into her nose. Everything's going in reverse. And this is when you get that voiceover that I had kind of described in my write-up. Once upon a time, there was a princess that fled the underworld, and she lived amongst the mortals and had died. And ever since then, the king of the underworld had been waiting for her to return. Mm-hmm. And it transitions from that to a picture of a fairy in a book. That's a young girl. It's the one we saw just a moment ago, but obviously this is a flashback. It's a little back in time. She's riding in the car with her mother through the Spanish countryside, reading a fairy tale.
Both of these movies open like this. I just had to point that out immediately.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very good. You're right. You're right. And our mom is obviously pregnant. She's got a big belly, and she asks the driver to please pull the car over because she's getting nauseous. So as she gets out to throw up, the little girl, whose name is Ophelia, she sort of walks around the car, and she finds an odd-looking little rock. It's like something carved in it, and finds an old statue in the overgrowth at the side of the road, and it's missing an eye. And she looks at the rock, and she slots the eye into the statue, and out of the statue's mouth, it has like a big black opening for a mouth. This big stick bug comes out.
Yeah. Good digital stick bug.
Yeah, good digital stick bug. They worked a lot on those stick bugs. Did you uncover anything about those in your
I just know that Everett Burrell from Cafe FX had a bunch of stick bugs, or two of them, and they were named Cheech and Chong.
They were named Cheech and Chong. See, when I watched the credits yesterday, I was looking and I saw it says like Cheech and Chong, rest in peace in the credits. And I was like, what the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
And then I found out the stick bugs that they used for reference, they had named Cheech and Chong.
Died, but had hundreds of babies.
Hundreds of babies.
Yeah.
I didn't know Cheech and Chong went that way, but
yeah, there you go.
Put a little Cheech in the Chong, and who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, whoa.
Have you ever smoked a stick bug?
A Thai stick bug, maybe.
Ew, man. Ew.
But in the little girl's mind, this thing is a fairy. She says when she goes back to the car, "Mom, I saw a fairy." Her mom's like, "Oh, you got to get these daydreams out of your head." And they continue
you gotta
on
stop
their
hanging
way.
with Cheech and Chong, kid.
Oh, man. Come here, check out this bug, man. I call this fairy dust.
Well, they get to the, it's an old mill, actually, that has been transformed into this headquarters for the military. Franco's forces are there, and the captain is waiting for the mother and Ophelia to drive up. The captain has a relationship with the mother, and she is pregnant with his baby, essentially. And he feels like his son should be born where his father is, so he's made her drive up from the town they were at, and now they're going to stay here at the mill. Right away, you get brutal vibes from this dude.
Yeah.
Kind of punishes or scolds Ophelia a little bit for shaking with the wrong hand. Grabs it, spits the other hand. Okay.
He's a fascist.
Yeah. Fascist stepdad. What a combination.
Welcome to another episode of Fascist Stepdad.
America's least favorite program.
Guess who put the dishes back wrong? Guess who's going to get something to cry about?
Oh, but right away, Ophelia sees that little stick bug again. She goes running off after it and discovers the ruins of an old labyrinth behind the mill here. How awesome would that be?
I mean,
if you're just a kid, you're like, oh, here's my new house. And it has like the ruins of an old labyrinth that descends down into the earth with this big spiral staircase. It's pretty rad.
I mean, that would be great.
And we get a lot of that Del Toro design already. Like, the fawn in this has like giant curved horns, and it's a motif that goes all the way through this movie.
Sure.
Even in some really subtle places that I didn't notice because like you kind of have to pause it in order to catch some of these things. But it's all over the inside of the house, on all the archways in the house, on the Nooooo posts in the house, and sort of threaded all the way through this movie. But no wonder they won the Oscar for this. Everything is so well considered about this whole production.
Helmed by David Martí, who's part of DDT Makeup Effects, or DDT Effects in España. Like I said, won the Oscar for this with his partner, Montse Ribe, maybe is how you say it, her name? I'm not sure.
Okay.
They're a fantastic team from DDT Effects. I also know Aaron Tuchin. His company did Wolf Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought that name sounded familiar.
He actually sculpted and worked on The Pale Man.
Oh, Oof, boy.
Yeah, I spoke to him recently about that.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the best designs, really.
It is. I mean, all these designs, like you're talking about the fawn is very nature oriented. It's got a lot of bark. It's got roots carved into it. It just has that feel. In fact, the very first time when you see it, it looks like a part of the wall and it moves. Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, they went with an old earth and wood design aspect for the fawn. It's not Mr. Tumnus from Narnia. It's not like a guy
but
with
Mr. Tumnus also won Academy Award.
Academy Award, sure. I guess fawns is the way to go, huh?
Just fawns. Everyone loves a fawn. Maybe it's the horns.
Okay.
You
also meet somebody.
He's a goat-legged man.
Household here. You're going to meet the doctor, who's tending to the mom, and Mercedes, who's sort of like the head of the housekeepers here, and she's going to be taking care of Ophelia through a lot of this movie.
Two people who immediately are not down with the fascists.
No. They're a little conspiratorial, and you find out pretty quickly that they are moles within the household who are passing along information about the fascist army's plans to the resistance in the mountains. I saw Del Toro talking about this movie and how he said that this was a fairy tale about disobedience, about whether it's in the fairy tale realm or in the real world, it's always highlighting when it is appropriate to be disobedient and to not obey orders if your conscience doesn't allow you to.
That's actually one of the lines in the movie later, right? When the doctor, towards the end of the movie,
says it very plainly.
Yeah, he says, "Why didn't you obey me?"
Yeah, and it is, if you rewatch the movie with that lens, you'll see it pop up time and time again.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, that first night that Ophelia and her mother are in the house, Ophelia's a little spooked. It's a big old house, lots of creaky sounds and groaning, and the mom's having trouble with the baby kicking in her belly and says, "Oh, can you tell me one of your stories, Ophelia?" So Ophelia gets next to her mom's belly and starts reciting another fairy tale. It's obvious this girl lives more vividly in her imagination, really, than she does in the regular world, where she just feels kind of at sea, in a new place, with a new stepfather, unsure where she fits in. Mm-hmm. And as that's going on, the captain gets interrupted in his office. And one of his soldiers says, "We caught some guys out in the woods. They were acting suspicious." And he goes out there, and there's a couple of farmers who've been caught by the troops, and they're at gunpoint. And the guys are like, no, listen, we're just farmers. We were out hunting rabbits. I don't know what any of this is about. And the captain's going through their papers, asking questions. And the younger man isn't necessarily giving him any lip, but he's like, "Yeah, if my dad says he was hunting rabbits, he was hunting rabbits. I don't know." And the captain's like, "Be quiet unless I talk to you." Until eventually he takes a bottle of wine out of the satchel, pulls the cork out, sniffs it a little bit, puts the cork back in, and then just bashes that guy in the face. Yeah. Brutally bashes him over and over and over. And it's one of those effects that comes as such a surprise. Yeah, and out of nowhere. Lingers. Like you see him smash that face like 4 or 5 times. The camera is not cutting away.
I had to wonder at this point, this is probably Harper's first moment of what the fuck?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. But I had prepared her for this one, and I'd said, look, this movie is going to make you feel things. It's brutal. It's scary sometimes. It's sad sometimes. It'll make you angry sometimes. So be prepared for it. So, yes. But I think anybody watching this movie the first time isn't prepared for this.
No.
Because you see the bridge of that guy's nose just flatten down.
Everything just sort of caves in slowly. Yeah.
And the old man's like, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then the captain just takes out his Luger and shoots the guy in the chest a couple times, shoots the other kid who's down on the ground, near death through the head. Yeah. And then the captain goes back to examining the bags, and then lo and behold, pulls out a pair of rabbits.
Yeah. And he's like, next time, search them before you bother me.
Yeah. Oops.
Wah, wah, wah. Tonight on a very special episode of Fascist Stepdad. Fascist Stepfather learns what it's like to be wrong on occasion.
But he'll never let you know, will he? And back up in the bedroom, Ophelia is woken up by that stick bug, which has flittered through the window. Mm-hmm. And let's face it, the stick bugs are kind of innocuous looking. However, they're quite big. And if it was in your bedroom, it's just like scuttling around on the floor. This is not something you want.
I'm tripping balls. I'm swinging at it with pillows and oh my God, what the fuck is that? Yeah, I'd be looking for a tennis racket.
Yeah, and then the stick bug crawls like up onto the bed, like
gross.
The footboard.
Gross.
Right? And Ophelia still sort of identifies it as a fairy, and it's chittering at her a little bit. And she's like, that's not what fairies look like. And she pulls out her book and she shows the picture of the fairy in her book. And then you get this wonderful little transformation here where the stick bug turns into a fairy.
Pretty great. It's a good thing she didn't show him the smashed book of fairies. Have you ever seen that book?
We have that book.
Yeah.
That book's awesome.
Pretty great.
Yeah. And the fairy will begin to flitter around, and it guides her outside, back into the labyrinth, down a set of spiral stairs. And this is where we meet Il Fauno the first time. The fawn.
Is that his name? El Fauno.
So. Il Fauno.
Donde está la El Fauno?
Played by the always incredible Doug Jones.
Yeah.
Fucking Doug Jones, man. That dude has been a monster in so many movies. A lot of Del Toro movies,
A lot
actually.
of Del Toro things, yeah. And doesn't speak Spanish. And in this movie, did all of his lines in Spanish, but doesn't know Spanish, so he just learned it like a song. And he would just kind of sing-song his Spanish dialogue. And also, the head he was wearing, it's got RC motors in it. You know, it's it's big, heavy head. And it's got his lower chin is the makeup, and the top part is a mechanical head with the fawn eyes and the moving ears. So there's at least 4 servos inside that head, humming and going shh, 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 shh. So he couldn't hear other people's dialogue either. So when the little girl was speaking, he just had to have it all timed out so he knew when his time was coming up. So he would listen to her in his head, knowing that she will be done now, and now's when I speak. Yeah. Pretty nuts.
I mean, such a different level of performance.
Yeah.
But you gotta nail it to make it believable, and he does. Funnily enough, too, I also saw a little interview of him where they were going through all the various pieces of this fawn makeup, chest piece and the shoulders and the head with the servos and everything. And he said that that was the most comfortable makeup he's ever been in, which is kind of outrageous when you think about all the complicated pieces that make it up.
Yeah.
But he's done a lot of different ones where he's like, you never know what's going to poke you or rub against you or, you know, is going to hurt if you move a certain way and jab into you. And he was like, this one, by far, the most comfortable thing. And it took him quite a while to get into that every day.
Well, they wanted it to have such a good, believable mobility to it that it's in a lot of different pieces. It's like the shoulder rib area is a separate part. The stomach is a separate part. The legs are separate parts.
Yep.
A lot of times when you make a suit, it's an ankle to wrist to neck foam suit, right?
Yeah.
Which is restricting and heavy and sweaty. And it's a pain. But with this being in so many pieces, and he's walking on platforms too. He's walking on little stilts, like 16-inch stilts. And then his legs are green screen color.
Yeah, to get that double jointed, like double kneed sort of.
Yeah, they got the stilts attached to the double knee thing going off to create the goat legs. Really, really well done so that he can easily walk around in it too. So, yeah.
Deserved the Academy Award. And that's only one of many awesome makeup jobs throughout this movie.
Yeah.
But the fawn tells her, you are the princess who disappeared from the underworld so long ago, and if you wish to go back, we have to make sure that your essence is pure, hasn't been tainted by the mortal realm. So you have to perform 3 tasks for us. And
if I'm being honest, I think my essence is tainted from this mortal realm.
Oh my God. Yeah. Is there some sort of cleanser I can get for that?
I try and cleanse it all the time. But yeah, it's not working.
coffee enema. I'll try anything these days. Yes. If you wish to go into the fairy kingdom, you first must clean out your backside. Wait, what kingdom are we talking about?
Where are we going? You need a double shot of espresso into your bottom.
Huh?
And he hands her a book. This is the Book of the Crossroads. I mean, he doesn't sound like Antonio Banderas. He sounds like a Spanish-speaking phone. Gives her the Book of the Crossroads. He says, look at this when you're all by yourself, and it will tell you what to do. And with the book, I think he gives her like a little sack of nuts. He gives her like a nut sack.
Yeah, I've got one of those as well.
You must juggle your nutsack after your coffee enema.
Pinch and roll, goddammit. Pinch and roll. Oh. And so Ophelia finds a moment, like before her bath, when she opens the book. And even though the pages are blank, ink appears. And there's this drawing of a tree in some old script. And it's telling her that there is an old fig tree in the forest which has grown rotten because an awful toad has burrowed in its roots and it has made it sick and decaying, and she needs to restore the tree by tricking the toad into consuming these 3 magical stones which are in the bag. So it's not long before Ophelia goes out in search of the fig tree.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
She goes through the wind and the willows to get there. The tree also has that spiral motif. Its sort of branches are curved off, like the fawn's horns. It's just like, you see that all the way throughout the movie. It's also on the mom's headboard. If you look behind when she's in the bed, you can see the crescent swirls.
Art direction in this movie, fantastic.
Oh, man. And when they were putting it together, too, Del Toro wanted it all in 1/8:5.
Mm-hmm.
And so they designed very specifically all their sets to fit perfectly in that framing.
Yeah, for Mom, 1/8:5 is the different camera ratio. 2:35:1 is very widescreen and shallow, the top and the bottom. 1/8:5 is a little taller, a little shorter on the sides.
So, as Ophelia's going out and searching for the tree in the first task, the Capitan takes Mercedes to a storeroom next to the house. This is where the fascists they're hoarding all the resources in here. They're going to start handing out ration cards. And as they will, they'll make everybody on like light rations that can barely get by, and they'll be holding a dinner party later the night with like all this food on the table.
As fascists tend to do.
Yeah, sure. All the power players are in the town. There's a moment in that party, too, where some of the people are like, oh, the people might not have enough to eat with these ration cards. And there's a priest at the table plopping more mashed potatoes on his plate. He's like, oh, they'll be fine.
Yes.
It's actually during that dinner party when Ophelia is working through the tree roots. She's found the tree and she sort of enters through a split in the tree and into the muddy ground. And she's crawling on hands and knees through this dank tunnel of mud and roots and ends of worms when she encounters the giant toad. There's also all these pill bugs, giant sort of roly-polies that are scuttling around there too. Little digital.
Yeah.
Little 2006 digital.
I mean, you know, it is 2006, so I give it a little wave, like, all right, Cafe FX, you guys did a good job. You know, Everett Burrell used to be a makeup effects guy. He used to run a place called Optic Nerve. And Optic Nerve, at one time, was famous for Night of the Living Dead remake that Tom Savini directed. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it still looks great. And it shows you, I mean, this movie underscores, once again, how the best result comes from a marrying of the two.
Yeah.
There's a ton of practical effects in here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of digital effects. And when they work in tandem, sometimes they achieve absolutely beautiful results. But she manages to trick the toad into thinking that the magic stones that she has are pill bugs, as its giant toad tongue snaps out and snaps a roly-poly off her cheek. So it eats the magic stones and then quivers a bit before it sort of barfs itself inside out, almost like a giant orange, yellow, amberish sack evacuates from the toad, covered in pill bugs, and sticking to it is a magic key that the fawn had told her. Go, feed the toad the stones and find the key. So she gets the key and she...
This is nothing like a drug trip at all. Cheech and Chong and the Fawn told you to go find the Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, feed him some bugs, trick him into eating some walnuts or gems or whatever the fuck they are, and then he's gonna turn inside out and give you a key. Okay.
Grab this nutsack and... Right, man.
This whole scene also was sort of a change on the fly, like an emergency change. Like they had a whole different set that they had built for this. It was supposed to take place in this big room with this weird chunk of amber hanging from the ceiling, and the toad was supposed to hop around and stuff. But then when they eventually got it all made, they realized that that wasn't going to work. The toad wasn't really big enough. It would have looked too small in that big chamber, that big set that they had made. So they ended up confining it into this tunnel where the proportions would be essentially a lot scarier to the small girl who was in there.
Claustrophobic, yeah.
And make that moment sing a little bit more.
Yeah, one of those things where something's got to be changed on the fly because, maybe people didn't have enough contact with each other and you show up to set and, it's like, what is it? That famous Tom Berman story from, is it your Hunter from the Future or is it another one of those
I'm not
movies?
sure.
But it's one of those movies where the bat people are supposed to come down from the roof, and instead it's a bunch of really overweight creatures. But when they got him to set, he's like, I said bat people, not fat people. So there's this weird little hefty creatures coming down from the ceiling that are supposed to be like bat people. So that's another dumb...
This has been a Hollywood miscommunication minute.
Exactly.
Ophelia's gotten filthy muddy. By the time she gets home, Mercedes finds her, and the mom is all like, oh, what have you done? What have you done to your new dress and your shoes? I'm so disappointed in you. And she's got to take a bath. And the little girl who's playing Ophelia, I think her name is Ivana Baquero, maybe? It's just one of those moments tying into the idea of being disobedient. Because the mom's like, your father's so disappointed in you. And you see Ophelia lean back in the bathtub and a little smile comes across her face. Because she understands. Fascists fucking suck. Hashtag resist.
Fascist stepdad, not a big fan of what she did.
Well, when she does get cleaned up, she goes back down into the labyrinth. She's like, hey, I got the key. And the fawn's like, good job, good job.
You have found the key.
Hey, what's going on, sister?
Hey, how are you doing? Did he turn inside out? That was pretty weird, You didn't lick him, did you? Because that would have been problem.
So she heads in there with the key, and this is also a moment where she notices there's this stone statue in the middle of the labyrinth well here. It's got the fawn, and then a girl, and then a baby. And the fawn's like, oh, that's me, and the girl is you. And Ophelia's like, and the baby? And the fawn's like, oh, so you retrieved the key. Good job.
Yeah.
You'll need it soon. And this piece of chalk.
Wait, we were talking about the baby, weren't we?
Nope, take this chalk. It's too late. You still have 2 tasks to do before the moon is full. I mean, he's always a little unsettling looking, but I feel like this is the first moment in the movie, at least for me, he seems legit sinister. Like, what is this guy's motivations?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the next time Ophelia's by herself in the bathroom, she opens that book, and this time all these red ink blots start pouring over the pages. It's very sort of...
very cool.
Ovaries and fallopian tubes and everything. And she hears her mom scream from the next room and goes in there, and her mom's gown, her shift is covered in blood. Something is happening with the baby. The doctor will have to rush in and help her out. But mom's pretty much in bed for the rest of this movie. The doctor says, look, your mom needs her rest, and you're going to need to go into a new room. You can't sleep here anymore. So Ophelia goes into another room in the old house. I mean, this house would be a nightmare for a young kid to live in. It's all old and gray and cold. One of the things, too, that I know Del Toro and the art direction team did specifically was like they wanted nothing on the walls. They wanted the mortal world to look really sparse. So there's no portraits, there's no mirrors, there's no paintings or anything on there because he wants it to seem cold. And then when you go into the fairy worlds, there's a lot more ornate details and murals and things like that.
Yeah, things look firelit where it looks very cool and cold and stone and dirty in the real world. Yeah, very cool.
But when you get to the fairy world, you light it up, man.
Man, I tell you what, that fairy world is
So
all
many
about
colors.
it. So many colors and such heat. Don't lick the toad, man. That's a wild ride.
And that night, Mercedes is tucking Ophelia in, and she's a little spooked. And Ophelia asks Mercedes, do you know any lullabies? And Mercedes is like, yeah, but I kind of forgot the words.
Just the
And
one
she
where
hums.
the fans just die in the end.
And so she starts humming a lullaby, and you hear this tune, and it is a tune you had heard right at the beginning of the movie as the young girl is dying with the blood trickling out of her nose.
Yeah.
It's a sweet little lullaby. Del Toro and the composer Javier Navarrete, they really were at odds with each other a lot because Del Toro wanted it very simple. He wanted the score to this movie to be easily like something that you could hum, very melodic, and they kept having to go back and forth because that was not the natural inclination of the composer.
Mm-hmm.
But Del Toro knew he had it when the guy finally sent him something, and he was testing it out on his own daughter. And the daughter was like, can I get a download of that and put it on my iPod? And Del Toro was like, that's it. We got it. That's the one.
That's good.
It's either that night or a couple nights later when the faun appears in her room. And he's like, why have you not done anything? We're getting closer to the full moon and you've still got 2 tasks to go.
Come on, man.
And she's like, sorry, my mom is sick. And he's like, there's no excuse for negligence. Okay, dude.
Every time that fawn opened his mouth, I was like, yeah, I'm not 100% believing your fucking line here, buddy.
Yeah.
You sound somewhat sinister.
Yeah. And that was the aim. It was very deliberate.
Yeah.
You know, Del Toro was like, I want to make this creature mischievous, but also you're unsure of whether or not to trust him.
Yeah. In the end, they did ADR over Doug Jones' lines because, his Spanish was somewhat imperfect.
Sure. And whoever does the voice of the faun, he's got a great voice.
Yeah.
For it, too. But he says, I'll help your mom out. Listen, take this mandrake root, put it under her bed in a bowl of fresh milk, give it 2 drops of blood a day, and your mom will be fine.
Do you know anything about mandrake?
I don't. Are you gonna lay it on me?
The essence of it can prolong the act of love. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Yes. Do you know what happens if too much is taken?
You get an erection that lasts for more than 4 hours?
Pain and death. I'm surprised you didn't immediately jump in on that. Come on,
No, man,
it's from Excalibur.
I don't pay attention to shit like that because I got no problems in that department. So I must have just phased out. You must be talking to someone else. Excalibur is just fine.
I pulled it out of the stone this morning.
That's right.
We both know the charm of making, so I figured Mandrake, you're going to be like, the essence of which can prolong the act of love, and if too much, pain and death. Lightning, yes.
They used to say that mandrake could be found underneath the gallows after they hung a man.
Yeah.
And he ejaculated his last wherever the semen hit the ground would grow mandrake.
That's a little disturbing. This has been a times you don't want to ejaculate minute.
I mean, listen, it's your closing moments. Like, you might as well go off with a pop.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, you're right. If you're going to go,
What time is it right now? Well, according to the sundial on that body, it's high noon.
That's not a sundial, Frank.
Oh, more mandrake?
Please, I've had enough.
Well, you know what happens when you get too much.
Pain and death.
So after he gives her the mandrake, he says, now for this next part, take my pets, because this next place you're going is really dangerous. The thing that slumbers there, it is not human, and you're going to see a sumptuous feast, but don't eat anything.
He's pretty clear about this.
Nada. Yes.
Yeah. He's very clear
The
about
instructions are crystal clear, but
it's not like there's a lot of instructions either.
it's just like any other fairy tale, right? Like whatever you do, don't look in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you do, don't go out in the forest.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't take the ribbon. Like, there's always something, and then essentially that is the conflict, right? We'll get a little bit of the other story here with the rebels in the mountains, and you can see that the doctor from the household is actually helping them. One of them has a leg that's become infected, and the doctor opens up his case and just takes out the hacksaw. You're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Considering how much they showed of the bottle smashing that dude's face in,
Yeah, they don't show
really
any of it. Yeah.
thought you were going to get the hacksaw hacking off this leg. But oddly, that would have just seemed gratuitous, I
Yeah.
think, at this moment.
Kind of a bullshit doctor, though. Doesn't really give him anything for the pain. Maybe they don't have anything, but doesn't give him anything to bite on either. You know?
It gets held down. It's true.
Yeah.
They'll put a stick in your mouth or anything like that.
Here, bite on this mandrake root.
Not too hard, though. I don't want to have to wash my lab coat. So, Ophelia, back in her room, she reads the book and gives her the instructions. Use the chalk to draw a door anywhere on the wall. Then tip the hourglass, head inside, don't eat anything and let the fairies guide you. Just be back before the last grain of sand falls. Okay.
Clear.
Cool.
Mhm.
I mean, I am into this movie right now.
Yeah.
I am liking everything about this little girl's quest.
Mhm.
All right, we've got some clear instructions. Hope you don't fuck this up. She draws the door on the wall with the chalk, and the stone separates and reveals a little secret door. She crawls inside into a long hallway. Now we go from the cold, blue, steel gray world of the fascists, and we're back in the fantasy land. Everything looks like you said. It's reds, it's golden light, looks a little bit firelit. And she goes down this long hallway and into a large chamber with a banquet laid out on a table. Meats and cheeses and fruits and nuts. And for a hungry little girl in 1944 España, she starts licking her lips right away, but she lets the fairies out, and they start flitting around the room. And at the end of the table is the Pale Man. Is this figure all pasty white with no eyes, couple of large nostrils in the center of its face, and a sort of jowly mouth full of ugly teeth, but it is motionless. And she approaches it cautiously, and on a plate right in front of it, sort of between its two large clawed hands, are a pair of eyeballs, which she bravely picks up.
Yeah, she approaches it cautiously, yet reaches in front of it, grabs a plate of eyeballs to look at them closely. I'm like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. The director definitely wanted you to know that these were eyeballs on this plate.
Yeah, totally.
The fairies are like, leave it alone. Look over here on this wall. There's 3 locks, and they're pointing at the locks like, you got to put the key in this one. She pulls the key out and doesn't take the fairy's advice, but goes for a different one. Follows her instincts, puts the key in, opens a little sort of cubby hole that she reaches her arm in further past the elbow, all the way up to the shoulder. She's reaching around in there, and then she pulls out this like glimmering silver dagger.
Yeah, pretty fucking cool.
And she's looking around that room, and she sees on the domed ceiling these murals of that figure, that pale man eating children or cutting them into pieces.
Yeah.
All this horrible, ghastly stuff. And as she's leaving, she sees a bunch of grapes. And watching this with my daughter, who had never seen it before, she was like, get the fuck out of there. She's like, what are you doing? The fuck are you doing? Like, Harper is literally just dropping F-bombs. Like, what are you? Don't fucking do it. And the fairies, too. The fairies are like, no. Yeah. She's kind of batting the fairies away, and she plucks a grape and swatting the fairies away. And my daughter's like, no. And she just pops the grape into our mouth.
What? No.
Oh,
Yep.
yes, Mark Wahlberg. And as she grabs another one to pop in the mouth, and this is when you see that pale man start to move.
Yeah. So Arjen Tuchen, who I said has his own shop out here now, he sculpted the pale man. And Guillermo wanted it to look like a guy that had lost an amazing amount of weight. So it was like a really, really overweight guy that was now...
loose skin.
Yeah, just loose skin hanging on a skeleton.
Yeah.
And part of how they achieved that is green screen on Doug Jones, who also plays this character, on his legs. So he's got like green screen leggings with just a bony, wispy bit of droopy skin on the thigh, and then same going down into the foot. Very, very cool effect because, you know, they're able to obviously erase the green when he gets up and starts moving and walking around. So it looks like he's just walking on sticks, essentially.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. But the first iteration of the makeup, they had sculpted it and it had like a face, like a skull face with hanging skin. And Guillermo was like, no, just lose the face and move the nostrils up. And, you know, I don't want any eyes, and put the eyes in the palms. And they were like, like they had already gotten it so far.
Yeah.
And David, you probably saw the interview with David where he's like, I don't want to tell the guy that spent the time sculpting that he's got to change the head completely. But that would have been Arjen. And that is a Hollywood minute of, I don't know, sometimes Guillermo's right.
Yeah. And it is rough, certainly, to put all that work in it and then have it not make the final cut. But what does make the final cut is one of the most imaginative, frightening monsters I can remember from a movie. Because he puts those eyeballs in its palms and then it puts its hands up to its face, so it's sort of like looking around that way. And I've never seen anything like it really before or since.
It had created a whole new look for something, which was part of what Guillermo wanted to do. He didn't want anything that looked like something that everyone just compared to something else, because there's really nothing you can compare this to. It's just fucking cool.
And it starts shambling towards Ophelia, who turns around. It's making this awful sort of screeching noise.
Yeah.
And the fairies sort of flit around it like, get away from her. And it's batting at the fairies. And then it just like snatches two of them out of the air and just bites the heads off both of them. It's so
that
hardcore.
Could not have made Harper happy.
Oh, no.
to see the fairies be eaten by that thing?
I think at this point, she was just like, run, get the fuck out of there. What's going on? Don't stand there and watch this happen. And that, you know, biting that fairy off, I have seen one of the effects guys, I think, talking about some of the inspiration was Saturn eating his son, the Goya painting.
The Goya painting, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which
is very
pretty
cool.
rad.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but Goya painted that after he had retired.
High as a motherfucker.
Hey, man, what about doing some Greek mythology paintings? He painted that after he had retired, as he was going blind, and that was in his dining room in his house. And when he died...
I did not know any of this.
Then they found it. So he never intended anyone to really see that painting. That was one of a collection that he had made just for himself after he retired.
That's fucking cool.
And this has been a Spanish Master Painter Minute.
Well done.
Yeah. And they also, I saw the effects guy reference was it Day of the Dead in that too? Because some of the bites of the zombies.
And Night of the Living Dead as well. Yeah,
so
both
when
those.
So when you see him bite into that fairy and pull it away, there's like a long strand of flesh that goes with it and sort of snaps off.
Yeah, just
it's
so you
horrifying.
know, usually what we do for something like that is it's a blood-filled condom and you've got a stretchy piece of latex as well that'll go on top of it. So you might be like biting the condom to get the burst of blood and pulling away the stretchy bit of latex.
Biting the condom to get the burst of blood.
This has been a when it's appropriate to bite a condom minute.
To get that burst of blood minute. Too much mandrake makes the baby go blind.
Pain and death.
Well, Ophelia is now running, and as she's running down the long hallway, she can see the last grain of sand is just falling, and that door begins to close again. She's like, no!
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this thing is sticking out its hand in front of it, sort of leading with its eyeball and shambling towards her, stepping towards her. The music's getting intense. Ophelia manages to pull out a chair and stand on it and draw another trap door in the ceiling of the place, which she pushes up and scrambles up just in the nick of time into her room.
Very cool.
Through the floor as the ogre is swiping at her and trying to get her and just misses it. Just barely escapes as this thing
Very cool.
howls in dismay as the trapdoor shuts and magically seals behind her. In the morning, Ophelia approaches her mom and she's got the mandrake that the fawn gave her.
Yeah.
And she puts it in the bowl of fresh milk, and the root looks like a little person.
Yeah.
And it just starts to kind of uncurl and warble a little bit itself.
It really starts to do the Gopher and Caddyshack. That's what it's giving. That's the vibe it's giving.
Well, she's going to put it under the bed so mom's all right and nobody worries about her. Mm-hmm. And right away, like, this witchcraft is working because she's under the bed and the doctor comes in. He's like, oh, her fever's broke. She seems to be recovering. And the captain's like, that's cool, but if it comes down to it, save the boy.
Yeah.
Just save the baby.
So saith fascist stepfather.
We'll get a little bit of the fascists and the resistance storyline here as a train gets derailed in the distance and on horses. The fascists all ride out there to inspect it. Like, what's going on? They didn't take anything off this train. And then it's been a distraction the whole time because meanwhile back at the fort, there's another explosion and the resistance raids the storeroom where they take all of the things that the fascists have been hoarding this whole time.
Yep.
Well, we've cornered some of them. They're up in the hills, so chasing again back into the hills, and Captain's sort of getting off on it a little bit, telling everybody, if there's any way to die, this is it. And he's walking up the hill, Luger blazing, shooting people. And they manage to kill everybody there, but they find one guy alive.
Yep.
One of the resistance fighters that we had seen earlier in this movie who has a pronounced stutter.
Exactly.
And they're joking like fascists will. Oh, man. We managed to get one hostage, and it's the guy with the speech impediment.
Yeah.
Ain't this some shit?
Wonk, wonk, wonk. Poor fascist stepdad.
They tie him up to a post in the storeroom, and the fascist stepdad's like, I'm going to take off my suspenders and roll up my sleeves, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this hammer. And then I'm going to pull out these pliers.
Yep.
And then I got some tin snips. And you're going to tell me everything you know.
Yeah. I mean, you are. And I would. All of us would.
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
It's fucked up.
Awful. And it is particularly cruel. The captain talks to the guy and he's like, I tell you what.
Oh, yeah.
If you can count to three.
Yeah.
Without stuttering, I'll let you go. Won't I?
Yeah.
He looks over to his sergeant. He's like, is anybody going to say anything to me if I let this guy go? No, Capitan, no. He's like, yeah, go ahead. And so he makes the stutterer, and he gets 1, 2.
And he can't get 3.
Just can't get 3 out. It's like,
I mean, you know that's going to happen.
I saw Del Toro talking about this, too, and he said that this movie follows a rule of 3 all the time.
Mm-hmm. Here, and here.
Yeah, 3 tasks. This stuttering moment of 3, everything is following rule of 3 in this movie, whether it's in the fantasy world or in the real world, like this one is. And this is awful. It's just so awful.
And this movie also had, just like many movies do, when you're going through an operation and you say, and you'll distract the guards here, here, and here, except this movie had Aki, Aki, Aki.
Yes. Well, that night, the fawn approaches Ophelia, and she's like, there's a bit of a problem. She opens the little
Two of your buddies got
fairies
eaten.
are in. Yeah. Little fairy flits to the fawn's ear and whispers in it. And he's like, you failed. Now you can never return to the fairyland.
The fairy was like, she ate a fucking grape. Can you fucking believe it? She fucking ate a grape.
Yes.
That little
we told
girl,
her.
we all clearly heard. And she ate 2 fucking grapes.
Well,
Angry fairy.
that fairy watched his brother and sister get their heads bitten off by the most horrifying monster since the xenomorph. So I'm going to cut it some slack.
That fairy's got
I'll allow the snitch.
It's got a reason to be pissed. Legit.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to say anything, are you, Mr. Fairy? Bitch, please. You just wait till I get out this cage. When the doctor finally gets to that prisoner that the captain was working on, that is a mangled hand, huh?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Messed up digits. Also something that these movies have in common.
That's true.
And the stutter is like, I had to tell him. I'm sorry. He knows who the informant is. Please kill me. And, the captain doesn't suspect the doctor at this point, so he's sort of left him alone with the prisoner, and the doctor will essentially send the prisoner off on a pleasant goodbye. I don't know if it's an overdose of morphine or what he gives
just
him,
injects
but
him with something to put him to
he
sleep.
will kill the guy. Because the dad is back up in the bedroom with the mom, and he discovers the mandrake root under the bed. What the hell is this? I told you to clean this room. You never look under the bed. You never follow through on anything.
That's your stepfather.
And she's like, please, I'm doing it so that my mom can get better. And the mom is like, what the hell is going on? He's like, it's all these fairy tales you let her read. She's got her head in the clouds.
Typical fascist town.
Yeah. He leaves in a huff because the mom's like, please, just let me deal with her. And then mom turns on her. She's like, pretty soon you'll see that life isn't like your fairy tales and magic doesn't exist. And she takes the mandrake and she throws it in the fireplace. And it's
That was a bad idea.
Around. Ophelia's like, no. And then mom instantly is like, oh, my belly. What's happening? And falls down. Ayúdame. And we're going back and forth between the storeroom with the prisoner and mom here, and the captain gets back there and he sees that the doctor has killed the prisoner. And he's like, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that, Doc? And this is when we get that line where the doctor's like, maybe in your world you can just obey every order and do what you're told no matter what the cost, but I can't live like that, and most of us can't live like that. We have a conscience. And starts to walk out of there. And,
with his head held high.
But then,
I love that
he
gets shot in the back, drops his briefcase, takes about 2 steps, takes off his glasses like he's about to polish them.
Yeah.
And then falls down dead.
Yeah.
It was kind of a baller move. Like, I'm going to clean my glasses. Hold on, I'm done.
One last time.
Yeah.
Back upstairs, screaming, blood-stricken looking housemaids as mom gives birth to a baby boy, and cut to mom's funeral.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Not looking good for Ophelia. It's not looking good for anyone, because the captain has kind of gotten wise that there's some resistance informants in the house. And Mercedes is starting to feel the heat. She's decided, like, I gotta get out of here while I still can. She goes up to say goodbye to Ophelia, like, hey, listen, we'll come back for you when we can. And Ophelia's like, no, don't leave me here with fascist stepdad. Please don't do that. So she grabs Ophelia. They run out in the middle of the night. It's raining. They're going up the hill, but lo and behold, they are caught by a Capitan and his fascist cronies.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's Mercedes' turn at the interrogation post. I bring Ophelia back into the house, and the soldiers are with the captain. Do you need us to stay with you? And he's like, she's just a woman. Please, don't fucking kid yourself. I got this.
Duh. I'm fine.
Rolls up his sleeves again. He's going to do the same thing. Like, I got a hammer. I got some pliers.
I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
He's right. He's right, because she has just been fired.
Well, Mercedes, a couple of times we have seen her in the movie. She has a knife that she rolls up in her apron. She has a very specific little way that she rolls a knife up in her apron so that she always has it. Well, as the captain's all like, I got pliers and I got a hammer, and Mercedes manages to cut the ropes from around her wrists and then, boom, stabs him right in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, he turns around. Boom, stabs him right sort of in the shoulder, in the chest. Ah. He falls down on his knees, and she puts the fucking knife right in his mouth. She's like, I'm not some old man or wounded prisoner. Don't you touch that girl. You won't be the first pig I've gutted. And then she just like slashes right through his mouth, right through his cheek.
Fucking great.
Great.
She didn't finish the job, though. Ugh.
I know.
So fucking frustrating.
Yeah. She runs out of there, and she's walking down the road, and the soldiers are like, oh, we let her go. Isn't that crazy? And the other soldiers are like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And El Capitan comes out. He's like, get her. Get her. So she just starts booking it out into the woods. Shortly thereafter, the fascists are on horseback, chasing her in there, chase her into this meadow. She's standing there. They all circle around on their horses, and they're like, bitch, you got it coming now. They get some fascist swagger, like, boy, you really messed with the wrong people. And then, shot rings out. One fascist down. Bam.
Yep. One by
Another
one.
shot rings out. And here's the resistance, saving her just in the nick of time.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. Back in the room, Ophelia is approached by the faun. He says, all right, I'll give you one final chance, man. Just do everything I say. Fetch your brother and bring him into the labyrinth, okay? She's like, but? He's like, no questions.
Just do it. Come on,
Okay.
girl.
Well, Captain is sewing up his lip. Little face suturing. Also something that these movies have in common.
Yeah.
He's sewing up his lip. Guess that was an appliance on his face that he actually sewed it together, which...
It was, with a little bit of blue screen painted in between on his actual cheek, and the actor just had to be careful while sewing it. I've done a lot of stitching gags in movies in the past. Usually what we do is we'll take like a thin piece of plastic, like vacuum plastic, and you'll put it underneath the makeup appliance so that you can actually get a real needle through it, and the needle's going to ride along the plastic as opposed to accidentally puncturing your cheek. But they didn't have that here. The guy was just being careful.
Oh my God. I can't sew a button on without pricking my finger. I don't know how you do this with that giant suture needle and manage to make that work.
Yeah, that'd be a scary time on set. Okay, just be careful. Just be careful. Be careful.
I think Michelle, my wife, actually said it too when she was watching it. She was like, yeah, you should start from the other side, man, which is something I didn't think of, but he starts on the side that's like right next to his mouth.
That's true.
Like, you're right. You do want to start on the side.
You don't want to get to the end
away
and
from
find that you've gone, oh no. It's all bunched up here, and now I got to cut them loose and try and go through the same holes.
Well, fascist stepdad, he'd rather be polishing jack boots than sewing. That's women's work.
Sissy job.
But he's drinking booze as he does it. Stinging eyes, pouring himself shots of stuff.
That's one of my favorite shots in the movie is when he takes that shot of booze, he puts like the clean, white, fresh gauze over it, takes the shot of booze, and immediately you see the wince of the pain and how the booze gets into the wound and pushes the fluid and blood out into the... Oh, it's so fucking cool.
Soaks into the gauze there.
Yeah, it's so cool. I love that.
That's cool. Well, Ophelia has snuck into the room because she's going to try and kidnap her little brother. And essentially she will through a couple of scenes here and a little cat and mouse where the captain thinks that maybe somebody is there. She manages to take some of the tranquilizer that the doctor had been giving to her mom and drops about 7 drops of it into the shot glass when the captain isn't looking. And captain's been getting reports of, the resistance is in the hills and they've gotten stronger and we may be in trouble. And eventually he gets back into the room. He takes the shot just as explosions start happening in the distance. And this is when he turns around and he sees that Ophelia has gotten the little boy. And he's like, just put the boy down. And as the explosions are going off in the distance, she's like, nope. Just turns heel and runs out of the house. Yeah. He gives chase, but instantly he's like, whoa, feeling the effect of the sedative. And she goes running into the labyrinth. He chases after her.
And the fawn is like, hey, man, what are you on? Because that looks like that's a lot of fun, man.
Wild ride.
Yeah. Did you lick the toad, too?
She makes it all the way into the middle of the labyrinth, and the fawn has got the knife, and he's like, oh, wonderful, you brought your brother in here.
No, yes.
Now, if we want to enter the fairy kingdom, it just requires a couple drops of innocent blood, so we can go ahead and he's just going to be like a little pinprick. And she's like,
wait a minute.
You didn't really say that was what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it's fine. She's like, no, I won't do it. I won't do it. Again, a fairy tale about disobedience.
Yeah.
When it's right to disobey if your conscience tells you otherwise. Fawn gets mad. Fine then, you'll never get into the fairy kingdom. And he fades away. Now, as this is happening, the captain has caught up to her in the labyrinth, and you clearly see that she is not talking to anyone. She is having a conversation with an imaginary character. So if somehow you made it this far in the movie and thought perhaps like, is this really happening? Is this a thing? It is firmly, I think, in the mind of this little girl.
No.
Yes, Mark Wahlberg.
Sorry, Mark Wahlberg.
But the captain is there, and he turns her around, and he takes the sun from her, and
just shoots her.
Bam! Shoots her in the belly. She falls down in the position that we had seen already from the beginning of this movie, and the captain makes his way out of the labyrinth with the sun. But when he gets to the entrance, all the resistance fighters are there, including Mercedes and her brother and some of the other ones we'd seen. And he's got the baby, and he hands the baby over to them. Now, the captain has had kind of this story throughout the whole thing, as he has his father's pocket watch. And long ago, when his father died on the battlefield, his father crushed the pocket watch so that the son would know exactly the minute that his father died.
Yeah.
And so he's gotten this pocket watch. He's made it run again, and he's got it in his hand. And he says to Mercedes, I want you to tell my son the minute his father died. And she says, no, he's not even going to know your name. When they shoot the captain in the face. Yeah. And it's just like, fuck yes. Like, there's no way you give this character anything that he wants. He fucking deserves nothing except a bullet, and he gets it in the end.
I love the digital lazy eye, too, that happens after the bullet goes through his face. As he slowly starts to die, the eye just looks up in the wrong direction. Very fucking effective and cool.
Well, Mercedes runs into the labyrinth. They find Ophelia's body, the blood dripping out her nose, just as we saw it in the beginning, and she begins to hum the lullaby
that we heard in the beginning.
It's actually the basis for the whole score, is this very simple little melody. It's very, very nice. And as Ophelia is lying there dying, she's bathed in golden light, and a voice says, arise, my daughter. And you see her in a fresh dress in this great golden hall with vaulted ceilings and crowds of people, and like the balcony surrounding them, and 3 thrones. And we see a father figure and her mother in the other one. And the king says, you have spilled your own blood instead of an innocent. That was the final task. Join us. And the fawn steps from around the back of the king's throne, and we fade to gold as Ophelia dies in the real world.
Yeah. Bravo.
closing VO about how the fairy princess was loved by her people, and you can see traces of her from time to time in the real world if you just know where to look. And you see the old tree where she had hung her dress when she went to fight with the toad, and a little flower blooms off the branch of this fig tree.
Yeah.
And it is the end of the movie, and it is beautiful and amazing. And as much as I remember loving this movie, I forgot how sad I feel at the end of this.
Yeah.
Like, when I revisited it, and I own it, I've seen it, I think maybe I saw it twice in the theater. Oh, God, it still just ripped my heart out in the end to have this little girl die.
Sure. Well, you're a father now.
I am. I think I certainly am more sensitive to that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, you might be able to put like a nicer spin on it, you know, as this girl's imagination takes over in the end. She gets the ending she's always wanted.
Sure.
But
you could put that
just
spin on it.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
If you tried.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful. It's heartbreaking. It's brutal. It's scary. It's whimsical.
What are we going to rate it with? Fairies?
Fairies? Yeah. We could. Well, I give the intro. So let me ask you, how many fairies are in your box for Pan's Labyrinth?
I've been tossing back and forth because I really can't find anything wrong with this movie.
No, I can't either.
You know, but I don't know that it's a perfect 10. So I'm going to give it 9, but I don't know. At times, I think it's a perfect 10. Yeah. Let's call it a 9.5. One of those fairies got bitten in half.
I'll tell you, I was vacillating also between 9.5 and 10. And I was like, God, at 10, I don't want to give those out lightly. So I was thinking 9.5. But then today, I watched all the DVD bonuses and I saw all
the amount of work,
the behind-the-scenes artistry in this. And considering I can't find anything wrong, I'm going to give this one a perfect score of 10.
Nice.
10 fairies in the box. It is Del Toro's best movie, I think, hands down.
100%.
He won the Academy Award for The Shape of Water, which I thought was a fine movie, but I don't think it's nearly as good as this one. I found a lot more faults with that one than I do with this one.
You know, he did the English translation himself because he did not trust anyone to tell the story properly and didn't want anything to get lost in translation, so he did it himself.
His English is amazing.
Yeah.
As I was watching the behind-the-scenes stuff, he was talking about the toad, and he's like, the toad is feasting on these pill bugs or roly-polies.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you know that they're called roly-polies.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought that was some shit we made up when we were kids.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is an auteur director
Yeah.
at his very best.
Yeah.
In a way that just astounded me when it came out and still continues to.
You know, they're going to re-release it this year. It's the 20th anniversary.
God, yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
2006. Wow.
Yeah. I don't believe there's a release date yet, but they are going to release it theatrically. I don't think they're going to change anything. I think they're just going to re-release it in certain theaters, probably LA, New York, Chicago, the bigger places, you know, probably only for like a weekend or 2 weeks or a week or something. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, you know what? Let's lick a toad and get to the theater when it happens.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, man. Tell you what, man. You want to see fairies? You stick by me, brother.
Well, there's no fairies, but there are princesses, maybe, in this next one. Should we jump into the lobby and we'll come out and we will talk some Ugly Stepsister?
Let's do it.
All right, man.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the diva to get ourselves a treat.
Especially things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Whoa, man. We're back from the lobby, man.
Hey, man. That's far out.
Oh,
We are back with more fairy tale theater.
That's right.
Remember fairy tale theater?
I do.
With
Shelley Duvall?
Shelley Duvall presenting fairy tale theater.
She's an interesting character, Shelley Duvall.
She was. Rest in peace, right?
Sweet woman. Sweet, sweet woman. Before we get into this, should we tell people where to find us?
Oh, yeah.
First of all, if you got this far and you're a new listener, or if you're an old listener and you just haven't bothered, clicking on Instagram, first of all, fuck off.
Hey, maybe they hate Instagram and they hate social media.
I don't care. Make a stupid account and just click on it. It helps us. Do you like us?
You can find us at The Whole Damn Thing 13 at Instagram. We're The Whole Damn Thing at Patreon. You can join our Patreon for an ad-free version of the show at a variety of different levels. And we've got lots of goodies from fake commercials and music videos we've done. Bonus content from episodes, but that's only on Patreon.
Yeah.
You can send us an email at thewholedamnthing13 at gmail.com. But also, if you enjoy the show, please write a review on Spotify or iTunes.
Seriously, write a review.
Yeah.
You have no idea how much it helps.
Huge bump for us. It all helps. Click, like, subscribe. You know what to do.
You know what to do.
So not only are these both fairy tales, but also internationale. Both of these are foreign films.
I will not be speaking Swedish, Mom.
Yeah.
So don't worry.
This one is a collaboration between Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and Poland.
Yeah.
A bunch of different people, companies, and countries came together to make this film.
Shot in Poland at a 30% rebate.
At a 30% rebate? You don't say.
Yeah. I saw that in the credits, actually.
The old Polish rebate. Boy, it's been a while since I've had one of those.
Oh, yeah. It's been a real long time. We're married. Takes a while before you get the Polish rebate.
But whereas Pan's Labyrinth was an original fairy tale from Guillermo del Toro, this is a reinterpreting of one of the most famous fairy tales of all time.
The most famous one of them all. I don't know why I decided to sing that, but there you go. Basically, it's a retelling of Cinderella, which, of course, comes from a Grimm fairy tale, which was written in the 1800s.
And also, my least favorite hair metal band.
No, you're right. It would be that or Poison. But yeah, Cinderella.
Yeah, Cinderella.
Least favorite ever.
Yeah. Could there be a less metal name than Cinderella? I mean, Poison, at least you're like, ooh, nobody wants Poison. That's tough.
Yeah, careful. Poison is dangerous.
Cinderella, like a white lion, might be terrifying. That could eat you.
Yeah.
Cinderella.
Sure. Great White.
Yeah.
Also terrifying.
Yeah, sure.
Can eat
you. Want a rat? Ugh, disgusting. Still metal.
Yeah.
Oh. Cinderella.
Yeah. Twisted Sister.
Oh, geez. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Brittany Fox. Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Okay.
What is that about?
Yeah. We're treading into some territory there, sure. But Cinderella.
There comes a wasp. Ooh, jeez. That'll sting you. You don't want that.
Yeah.
Cinderella.
Yeah.
In no way is that metal.
Guns N' Roses.
Sure. Thorns and bullets. I mean,
yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah.
LA guns. Geographically specific firearms. Even more terrifying. I don't want any of those LA guns.
But the Cinderella.
No, not metal.
Yeah.
That's the most unmetal.
It is. But anyway. Here we are. Ugly Stepsister.
You want to tell us about it?
Sure. Yeah, so I was stumbling around on the internet and I found something. And I thought, this is kind of weird.
All right, sure.
Maybe
I feel like you're mocking me right now.
No, because let's be honest, you're pretty fucking good at it.
Well, that's all the Stephen King dark web, and you just got to keep plugging around on that thing.
This was on the Cinderella dark web. It's from a backtrack. Yeah, when it was like on one of their albums.
Jeez.
It's not like a song. It's not a song. It's more like it's a promo.
Okay.
Or a retelling of it.
I am nearly breathless with anticipation.
Patient.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Once upon a time, in a kingdom trimmed with lace and good intentions, where every child knew that beauty was to be maintained, and any discomfort along the way was simply character development, there lived a perfectly respectable young girl. Perfect. Almost. She is Elvira, our stepsister. Not ugly, you understand, just unfinished. A work in progress with such promise, if only she'd tried a little harder. Why, everyone, especially her mother, said so, constantly under the guise of a sweet and promising smile. So, Elvira listened, knowing she must marry the prince to put the estate back on its feet and the elder statesman of the property finally into his cozy grave and not in the library anymore. You see, in this kingdom, transformation isn't magic, it's maintenance. And if something looks painful, well, that simply means it's working. The body is such an unruly thing, and from time to time it needs a drunken French surgeon's guidance. It's all perfectly normal. Now, boys and girls, change is never easy. But what is a little swelling when it's for love? What is a little blood when it's for elegance?
Mandrake.
And there are so many lessons to be learned with the utmost respect and love from generously paid elders. Oh, but Elvira does find it tough to slim down with so many cakes and cookies to be had. Do not fear, children. There is a way of simple maintenance, not magic. It's all perfectly normal. Why, every young girl goes through gastro and issues like this. How else could beauty be achieved? It is, after all, what's inside that counts. And when at last the royal ball approached, oh, how she shimmered, held together by a wig and a smile, a vision of pure beauty and grace for those who didn't look too close, until her lovely stepsister stole Elvira's thunder. And with a veiled promise of leaving behind a and horny and a size 7 ballet slipper, to which it was proclaimed would only fit his. Do not fear, children. There is always the way of maintenance. So listen to this tale. Ignore the screams and the chopping of the cleave flesh. Ignore the sense of copper and spoiled. Ignore the quiet sounds of mother entertaining a gentleman caller, because this is a fairy tale, and in fairy tales, everything ugly can be maintained beautifully.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good bleeping action that you had in there, too.
Bleeping because you don't want to give away all the spoilers.
Sure. But,
Yeah.
You created like your own almost Mad Lib there at one point. There were so many things to fill in. The Ugly Stepsister.
Ugly Stepsister, 2025, directed by Emily Bleichfeld.
I think it's actually
also written by her as well.
Amelia is how you pronounce her.
Yeah, whatever.
One thing I can say that I appreciate about this movie right off the bat is that there has been, in the past few years, a trend of taking a villain from a movie and giving their backstory and humanizing them, but also like changing the original narrative so that you're like, oh, well, maybe the bad guy isn't such a bad guy after all. What I like about this movie is that it does essentially keep the Cinderella story pretty much as we've always heard it. It just gives you this perspective. It does humanize this character in ways you've never seen before, but it doesn't do so at the expense of the fairy tale that we all know, you know?
Right, because Cinderella is obviously mostly about Cinderella, and this is not about Cinderella at all. It's about one of the ugly stepsisters who have always been the antagonists in the Cinderella story, along with the wicked stepmother.
Bitchy, don't want Cinderella to come to the ball.
Yeah.
Boss her
want
around,
to marry the
tear
prince
the dress.
themselves.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
This is anchored by some really good performances, I think.
Some fantastic makeup effects.
Oh my goodness, yes. And this is not a movie for the faint of heart. Might be a fairy tale.
No, it is not.
This ain't one for kids. And if you've ever read the original Grimm's fairy tale of Cinderella, you know there's some pretty wild stuff in it. And some pretty horrifying things. And this movie leans into those elements.
100%. Now, yesterday when I called you, because I was just about to watch it with my sister, and you were like, oh yeah, we watched it last night. I said, did Harper watch it? And you went, yeah. And I was like, I meant to warn you that maybe that was not going to be a good idea. So right off the bat, I got to know what Harper's hot take was, and if she liked the movie or was just disturbed by it.
She did like the movie. Not as much as she liked Pan's Labyrinth, but she did like this movie, and
Pan's Labyrinth is perfect. So
there were multiple reasons why Harper pulled the blanket over her eyes when she was watching this one.
Sure. I saw it with my sister and my wife, Grace, and both of them had not seen it before. So I had seen it before, and I'm kind of cackling, and I know what's happening or what's about to happen, and then I'm just kind of waiting for the reactions and just hear like, oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. No, you go through it all. I mean, this is a movie that'll make you cringe. It'll make you gag.
Mm-hmm.
It'll just plain shock you at sometimes at what you're seeing on the screen.
Is that what I think it is?
Like, and unmistakably, yes, it is. But this is definitely a movie that uses that fairy tale. It uses this story with a very clear message, a very clear purpose in mind, too. This is certainly a feminist horror story. Right? This movie is taking dead aim at body issues of the pain that is, and I'm going to put it in quotation marks, required to be, in quotation marks, beautiful.
Yeah.
In a way, this is like a companion piece to The Substance, right? Which we reviewed last year.
Completely.
It's like looking at all the bullshit and the misogyny and the systemic misogyny that even women subscribe to in the quest to be beautiful, the quest to be perfect, and to achieve their dreams.
Yeah.
And this movie really puts all that under a microscope through the use of this character's transformation in this fairy tale. Also, I heard that all of the things that you alluded to in your intro there, all of the procedures that Elvira, our ugly stepsister, goes through, those are all like legitimate medical procedures at one point, which is absolutely ghastly.
Horrifying. Yeah. It's a little leans into that show that used to be on Cinemax called The Nick. Old school medical horrifying.
Yeah, with a little bit of nip tuck in there as well, where you're seeing some people go through some pretty horrifying shit for dubious reasons. But Amelia Blickfeld, I think is her name, she, I guess, got the idea for this in her early 20s. And it was the impetus for her to become a filmmaker. I saw an interview with her where she's like, I had this idea. I wanted to make this movie. I had never seen anyone take this slant on the story. I thought it would be a great movie. And then she was like, I had to figure out how to make a movie. I had to figure out how to write it. She, got mentors who helped her write the script because they were like, only you can write this movie. And she did. And then she's like, okay, I got a script. What's next? Literally like taking it every step of the way to figure out how she could get this on the screen. And
it took her about 10 years to get to the point where she was actually able to make the movie.
It is a passion project. And for somebody's first feature film, holy smokes. Well done. Well done. Yeah. Obviously, she had a good idea behind her and some good mentors that helped her put this on the screen. And a really great, solid cast of characters. I appreciate, it's a foreign film, as we've mentioned. I appreciate that I don't recognize anybody in this movie.
Yeah, me too.
It helped me not have any context for who these characters were outside of this world, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I will say this. The Ugly Stepsister, Leah Myron, she's not really ugly. I think objectively you could say that this young woman is not ugly. She's pretty.
Yeah.
They do some things to her.
They do a lot of makeup stuff to her. They gave her chubby cheeks. They gave her a neck appliance that has like a bit of a chubbiness to it and
kinda.
a little waddle on the underside. They gave her chubby arms,
even then,
like matronly looking arms.
Even then, it's not like she's unattractive. I think the most unattractive thing, if I'm objectifying it this way, pardon me, is those Nellie Olson curls that she's got. Because I know nobody looks good with that hairstyle.
First of all, fuck Nellie Olson.
She was the worst.
Fuck that bitch. All the way fucking down from the little house all the way into town.
Push her down that hill full of daisies and dandelions till she breaks her neck.
Nellie Olson, put her in an old-timey wheelbarrow and loosen a wheel. And push it down the... Fuck her. Yeah.
But yeah, Elvira has those curls. And that's not a good look on anybody.
No, it isn't. One of the things I liked about what the director talked about, she referred to the movie The Substance, she referred to female directors doing body horror, and she also talked about the fact that everyone refers to the beauty industry. And she said, I've decided I'm going to start actually calling it the appearance industry. Rather than beauty.
Sure.
And I thought, that's really fucking clever.
Yeah.
That's very nice, because she's right. It has nothing to do with beauty. It's all about appearance. It's all about how makeup can change you or, whatever. And in this case, they use makeup to change this woman's appearance to make her seem unattractive. Makeup and hair. She's got a little bit of a fat suit. She's got the cheeks that have odd dimples on them, and then she's got the neck piece and the teeth, and there's a nose appliance as well.
I'm glad to hear that you say that it was a neck piece on there. Honestly, it's so well done.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. And so there was part of me that wondered the second time I watched this, I was like, she does look like she lost weight during this movie, which would have been terribly ironic for the message of this movie.
Sure.
They're like, great, now the next thing you need to do is lose 15 pounds so we can shoot these other scenes.
We're shooting in 6 months, Leia.
That would have been weird.
Yeah.
So I'm delighted. And again, I had no idea she was wearing something on her neck.
It's all subtle and so well done. Thomas Foldberg has his own little, or maybe it's Thomas Foldberg, has his own little studio, and he helmed a lot of this. And there's a lot of clever things that we'll get into in the spoilers of how they pulled off certain gags. But yeah, I can tell you right now, it's not a spoiler to know. Look for the fact that she's wearing makeup, because it doesn't really look like she's wearing makeup. I would not be surprised if this gets nominated for makeup. I think Frankenstein will probably win, but I would much rather see something like this go a little further.
Yeah. It certainly has some incredibly subtle makeups like you're talking about, and then it has some cringe-inducing nightmare.
Not subtle at all.
Yes, no. Subtle, like a mallet in the face.
Yeah. What are we going to rate it with?
Bloody Slippers?
Sure. Yeah, that's good.
So, you went first with Pan's Labyrinth, so I think this movie is what you want. I'm giving this 8 bloody slippers. Yep.
Wow. Very good. Very good.
8 bloody slippers.
Yeah, I think I'll give it a 7.5. I do enjoy it. I do think it's really well made, but it's cringy to the point where you don't want to rewatch it a lot. I've seen it twice now. You've seen it twice now. I don't know that I'm going to watch it a third time. If I am, it's going to be a long time from now, and it's going to be because whoever I'm with has not seen it.
Yeah. Under the right circumstance, I would see it again. But yeah, I've got a belly full of this one over the past week.
Yes. Is it a good movie? Yes. Do I recommend it? Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. No, I definitely would, but it comes with that caveat of like,
beware.
You got to know you're in for some intense moments.
You are not listening to Cinderella's debut album.
Yeah, it is way more metal than Cinderella.
Way more metal.
Interestingly enough, too, when the movie started out, because the way it's shot, also the period nature of it. Like, sometimes you'll watch period movies and everybody's haircut still kind of looks like it's modern, and, the cut of their clothes, even though it's supposed to take place hundreds of years ago, they still look kind of modern and hip. This movie doesn't do that at all. I think these characters look pretty authentic, and even so much where it was like, that looks a little goofy, but in a great way. And it reminded me of sometimes, especially when it began with the carriages and everything, of like those old Hammer movies from like the early 70s. The color isn't as saturated as those movies, but the grain of the film and the lighting and the period costumes and everything reminded me of some of those old Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee Hammer films from back in the day.
Sure. I can see that vibe, 100%. I love those old Peter Cushing Hammer movies. Yeah. To me, that's like rainy day weather watching, Put on Brides of Dracula or something and watch him make the jump to the windmill to turn it into a giant cross as the sun's coming up. Fuck, awesome.
Well, anything you want to say before we head into the lobby and then come back and spoil the whole damn thing?
Just that Cinderella was formed in 1983 in Pennsylvania by Tom Kiefer.
Okay,
there you go.
Why would that be the name of your metal band?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right, I'll see you back here in a minute.
All right.
Hello there. Give the demonstration of my new invention, the Goodies Machine. Special for patrons of this drive-in, the machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at a snack bar just waiting for you.
And we are back.
We are back to spoil the whole damn thing.
You were online looking for Cinderella tickets, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they're not together right now.
Oh, that's... I guess the clock struck midnight. They all turned back into pumpkins.
They're nobody's fool.
Was that a Cinderella joke right there?
It was.
Nobody's fool? Is that a Cinderella?
Yeah. Yeah. You should reach out with somebody save me.
Okay.
Okay.
That's enough. I'm going to bippity boppity barf. Talking about this.
Let's get back to the show at hand. And the show at hand is all about the Ugly Stepsister.
Starts off with a carriage being pulled by some oxen or something, and as
she's listening to some old-timey 1700s porn. Or whatever the year is. 1800s, I'm not sure. What's the year? Do we know?
I don't know exactly. I mean, they've got like that sort of Prussian military dress where they're in the ball, sans the epaulets. I don't know. 1820s, 1830s, sometime around in there is my guess. But the carriage is getting pulled down the road and we hear a lady's voiceover and she's reading a poem. One of the prince's poems. I guess our Prince Charming in this is also a poet. He's published a book of poetry. And
he writes terrible smut.
Yes. And our lead here, Elvira, our titular character, is sort of daydreaming, thinking about him gallantly hunting, and then sort of gets smacked awake by her mom, and eventually pull up to a manor house where they are greeted by the older man and his beautiful daughter, Agnes. I think even when Elvira first looks at Agnes, there's a flock of doves that flitter behind her. Like the magic of the moment of seeing Cinderella for the first time, blonde and traditionally beautiful looking. And the old man is looking at Elvira's mom, Rebecca. The old man instantly gives leering dirty old man vibes. Rebecca. And kisses her hand.
Come here, my love.
Yeah, gross.
Yes.
But we've got Elvira and her younger sister Alma, and then Agnes, Rebecca, and the old man. Well, we know Cinderella. We know the old man is not long for this world. So after
He's going to be gone before the first act is over.
after a few scenes where Elvira is getting accustomed to the house, looking out the window, she can see the prince's castle in the distance, and Agnes, Cinderella, is like, oh, you see the prince's castle? And Elvira says, I want to marry him. I think it's the first words she says in the whole.
Yeah.
She is a dreamy-eyed girl.
Yes.
There's a wedding. You may kiss the bride. Old man is mac and cheese smacking on her a little bit. And then that night, they're cutting into the wedding cake, and he's like, oh, I'm going to put it in your face. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yeah. Oh, please don't do it. Don't get out of my dress.
He's a little jokester.
And then he takes like a handful of cake, and he just hurls it across the table and right into Elvira's face.
Yeah.
It's such gross behavior.
It's like, you're the ugly one.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw cake at you.
Yeah. And she looks shocked at first and then plays along like, oh, no, it's funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
But, fuck this guy. Well, luckily, guess what?
Heart attack.
And Agnes is like, oh, father, what's going on? And he looks at her and he's like, spits up blood all over Agnes's face before face down into the table.
That's the first moment you know this is not like any Cinderella story you've ever seen.
Yeah.
He just spit blood into Cinderella's face.
No. And this is when we get the opening title sequence. Camera kind of pans across this. This table has like a collection of everything we're going to see in this movie, whether it's like the I was going to call them instruments of torture, but they're really the esthetician's tools, old-timey cosmetic surgery tools. There's a banquet. There's the father's dead face looking at the camera as it passes by. There's rotting food, plates full of worms.
Pretty disturbing.
It has like a little whistling tune behind it, and it's almost like a Tarantino-esque opening to this.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah. Absolutely.
After the title sequence there, we get the undertakers or solicitors arrive at the house. They're just men in black, right? They step off the carriage and take care of things. And Elvira's in Agnes's room. She's like, oh no, what are we going to do? And I think she says something to Agnes like, you know, my father died too, and I know. And Agnes, who, like I was saying before, even though they're giving you the Ugly Stepsister story, they don't really make Cinderella or Agnes like an overwhelming bitch in this or anything. You know what I mean?
No,
it's
not at all.
like they turn the hero into a villain and the villain into a hero.
And they don't make Elvira an overwhelmingly bad person or anything either.
Yeah.
It's just they're both victims of the current circumstances.
Yes.
Really, it's the wicked stepmother.
Oh, yes. She's the one that's guiding the ship here. And in this scene, we find out that she married the man for his money, but guess what?
But he didn't have any.
He didn't have any, and they thought they were marrying her for money.
Yeah, so the collector is here to basically say everything is ours.
Yeah.
You can keep the change. There's like a pile of coins on the table.
Yeah, we're going to take all the cattle and all the arable land.
Yeah. So now mom is down to giving hand jobs to everybody for stuff.
Yeah. And you're not being metaphorical.
Which is true. No, I'm not.
Yeah, any way she can work the system. I mean, yeah, you can look at that stepmom and you can say that she's maybe the villain of this piece in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
She's also playing kind of the only hand that she can. It's despicable.
True.
But
True.
None of these women have many options, right?
No.
Up until the very end where they sort of break the paradigm that they're living under.
Yeah.
But at this moment, they're just trying to figure out what can we do because we don't have any money. And the mom kind of swoons on the ground. She's like, nobody's going to want me. An old widow with 2 useless daughters. And Elvira's like, I can marry the prince. And her mom's like, look in the mirror, sweetheart.
Yeah.
You're not marrying anybody.
And it's like, hear ye, hear ye, hear ye.
Yes.
Come forth, all virgins.
Yes.
Sign up for the Marry the Prince competition.
That's right. It's the ball. The herald comes
Yeah.
out blowing his horn. The prince is having a ball. If you're a virgin, you're invited.
Yeah.
Remember those days? It's like,
I do.
Just like sending out that invitation around town, like, oyez, oyez, all virgins.
Hello, virgins.
My parents are out of town.
I'm having a very awkward party. We should all stand around and look at our feet. Come on, virgins. Let's get together. Yeah.
So both Elvira and Agnes run out there, and the herald is handing out invitations. One for you, Blondie. Agnes gives her name, and she's got like 5 different surnames that go with it, like a titled young lady. And he's like, what about
Von
you?
this, Von that.
I'm Elvira.
And he's like, Von?
Yeah.
Like he's waiting for her to finish it.
Von?
And then Agnes says, she's my stepsister. And then he just writes, Von Stepsister. Which is good. That's her name the rest of the movie. Elvira Von Stepsister.
Well, 4 full moons from now, the prince will choose his bride at the ball. So another thing these movies have in common, timing by the full moon.
That's true. Well done.
Yeah.
I didn't even pick up on that.
Well, listen, now the mom's like, well, the prince is going to choose a bride, and you're my best shot looking at Elvira.
Yeah.
So what we need to do,
let's fix this.
We got to get you to Dr. Esthétique, which is his name. Bit of a clownish character.
Yeah.
French accent. The braces are no problem, but
I can take them off in just a moment.
can tame that nose. Maybe some custom eyelashes? Mom's like, let's hold off. Let's just do the braces and the nose, and I'll pay you double after the ball.
Yeah.
And this is when Alma, her sister, is there, and she looks in the other room where the esthetician's chair is, and there's just a pool of blood underneath it that the maid is mopping up, and she's like, what is going on? Yeah. So then we get like an 1800s braces removal, because Elvira has braces, and then he's on with a giant set of fucking pliers.
Yeah. Just snapping them off. Ting! Big giant crimper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Snaps them off. Well, okay, the braces are fine. She's sort of running her tongue around her teeth. Oh, let's get to that nose. And Mom's been looking at a menu of all different nose shapes.
Give me the number 7.
The esthetician takes like a chisel and a hammer. It's like a little rock hammer, or, you know, just
like a jeweler's hammer.
Un, deux, trois. Smack,
crack,
right on the bridge of the nose. Holy shit. Yeah. Just, you know, I can feel my fingers digging into the sofa again. Like, ooh.
This had to be a cringe moment for Harper.
Yeah. Her sister is looking at her through the fingers on her hands like, God damn. Whereas Mom has like this little smile on her face.
We're making you something new.
Oh, and our next scene takes place at a finishing school. It's a place we will visit many times in this movie, where all the eligible ladies are learning manners and all this kind of stuff. And Elvira has this crazy nose clamp on her face to give it its shape. It's sort of like braces headgear, but it's
holding the nose together.
God.
Yeah, pretty awful.
We're going to open the ball with a dance, says the headmistress at the school, and including a lead and 2 supporters. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to get yourself a rich man, ladies, because there's going to be counts and barons and wealthy merchants and ooh la la. I mean, this is what you do. This is the system that you live in, so they're going to play by these rules.
Yeah, so these ladies are teaching these young girls how to walk with books on their head.
Yeah.
They're teaching them a little bit of ballet.
Yeah.
How to dance, how to be proper. Yeah.
And Elvira,
it's a finishing school.
I'm going to say this. My heart goes out to Elvira so much in this movie.
It's not like she's bad at any of this stuff.
No.
You know?
She's trying her best. She has
Absolutely.
this bright-eyed naivete and enthusiasm for the stuff that everyone kind of wants to beat out of her. And here, when she's learning the dance instructor is like, you take a step back. and keep going back. Eventually, she finds herself in the back row with like the Uggos. I mean, you look at the other girls and like one of them smiles and has braces, and you're like, oh, teacher's just like. Oh.
I mean, how long did it take you to teach your wife how to walk with a book on her head?
Oh no, she knew how to do that before. That was like a requirement. The first date.
Okay.
I just handed her a copy of A Prayer for Owen Meany, and I was like, show me what's up. And she's like, John Irving, no problem, motherfucker. She did a pirouette.
Now, squat on the floor and pick up that dime. Without dropping the book. And Grace dropped the book like 3 times. I was like, literally, you got one chance.
Some people just aren't readers, you know? Well, that night at dinner time, everybody's having like branzino or something. Everybody's got a meal and like fish and fruits and vegetables. And like poor Elvira gets a warm pewter mug of lemon water.
Ugh.
And Agnes, our Cinderella character, she talks to Rebecca, the stepmom. And she's like, hey, you know, I'd really like to pay for my dad's funeral. And she's like, well, we don't have the money. And she's like, you're sending Elvira to Dr. Esthétique. That ain't cheap. And she's like, we just don't have the money because Dad has yet to be buried. He's just in the back room rotting.
Yeah. And he doesn't get put in the ground at any point in this movie either.
No. This stepmom says after Elvira's been married. But that's going to be like, what, 4 full moons from now?
Yeah. So you're openly leaving a rotting corpse in the library or wherever it is.
I don't know.
For at least 4 months.
We will see that thing decompose in various states throughout this movie, but Agnes, distraught, just goes and kind of throws herself on her father's body. You can hear like flies buzzing around and things like that.
Around his fat, decomposing face and hands, and everything's bloated.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It looks a little slimy, oozing a little bit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at the school, they're starting to narrow down the field. And lo and behold, Elvira actually makes the cut. She's thrilled about it, but her dancing instructor is like, you only made it because your mom paid us. You don't really deserve to be here.
Yeah. Did she give that lady an old-fashioned, I wonder?
I think so.
My daughter's gonna be in it.
Squatted and picked up the dime, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
And so they keep preparing, and the mom's like, Agnes, give Elvira some of your old dresses. So she's bossing Cinderella around, but Elvira can't fit in Agnes's dresses. It's just like one body shaming, fat shaming moment after another.
Yep. She's been sneaking cakes and stuff too because they're not feeding her.
I gotta say,
she's stealing food.
This is a really brave scene, I think, for this actress too. Elvira's feeling shitty, and she has like a nude scene here. She takes off her shift and she's just looking at herself and looking at her body and not liking what I'm seeing. And I gotta tell you, this girl is not unattractive. It
wasn't a bad body.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all. But she just feels awful. And then she just sits down on the vanity stool and opens a drawer and takes out a cinnamon roll and starts eating it.
Yeah. And there's a close-up of, something you should never show, which is like, hell, anybody, you sit down and you stoop forward, your belly gets rolls in it, right? Yeah. And it's just her nude roll body. Yeah. And I don't even think it's the actress, it's a body double for these scenes because they don't show her head. It's just the belly and the breasts is all they show.
And like I said, my heart just goes out to this character. I feel so bad for her, and just watching her have this pressure put on her and go through this shit is really kind of awful.
And it's a pressure she also puts on herself because she wants it so badly. Like, I love the prince. I love his poetry.
Well, and part of the whole thing is that it's the whole system and even some of the women participating in the system. So under the guise of giving her help, they're only contributing to this whole idea of beauty and the inherent misogyny underneath it. Because the very next scene...
Yeah. Pulls her aside, kind of basically tells her that she likes her and then wants to give her something.
Yeah, that's the headmistress. Elvira mentions to her, she's like, look, I'm fat and I'm ugly. And the headmistress is like, no, I see a lot of myself in you and I think you're beautiful on the inside. And she's like, take off your nose guard, so she takes it off and she can see.
Take off your nose guard, Bill Lambier. That's an old Pistons NBA joke for all you people out there. You old Pistons NBA fans, you're welcome.
Hey, he was a coach in the WNBA for a while, so it's all pairing up here.
So it tracks.
And the headmistress is looking at her. She's like, you're taking steps to make your outside match your inside. And I'm going to give you a little help. And she hands her this.
It's what's inside that counts.
Little pill box. It's what's inside that counts.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that's such toxic help. You know?
Yeah.
Under the guise of being beneficent and saying like, oh, I believe in you. I trust you. You can do this. Being positive, being optimistic.
Yeah.
But like, no, you're just subscribing to the same gross behavior. You're only
all you have to
making
do
it worse.
is swallow this tapeworm.
Oh, because that's what's in that little pill box. A tapeworm egg.
Oh. Fucked up.
Oh.
Little digital close-up of the egg
Yeah.
with the tiny little worm squirming inside it.
Elvira is out for a picnic with her sister explaining all this. And her sister, who is really the voice of reason in this whole thing.
She is. Oh, totally.
Her younger sister is like, girl, are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
The old-timey version of that.
Yeah. And she's like, no, I can take this.
Art thou out of thine fucking mind?
Bitch, you are crazy. And she pieces out. And I thought, okay, Alma, I understand you don't, but Alma didn't need to take both the horses. I thought that was a dick move.
It is a dick move, but I also felt like she was like, just walk back home. Yeah. That'll be better than taking the tapeworm.
Get some exercise. Yeah. Diet and exercise, not this fucking medieval version of Ozempic you're about to pop.
That's right. It is old-timey Ozempic.
But bright-eyed Elvira swallows that tapeworm egg. I did see a pretty interesting analysis of this movie where they talk about this moment being her not swallowing a tapeworm egg, but metaphorically like swallowing the lie. The lie.
Sure.
That all
that's
of this
good.
stuff.
Yeah. That's really great.
You know, that the beauty industry is telling you. The appearance industry is telling you, right? And that later in the movie, when she expels this, she gets a kind of freedom because she is she's not believing the lie anymore. She's not keeping it inside. Well, that's pretty solid. I dig it.
Yeah.
It was from Johnny Recaps on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Send me a link. I'll throw it in the show notes. So now she can eat whatever she fucking wants.
Yeah.
And she's starting to lose weight.
So while she's still in the forest, she happens to stumble across the prince and a couple of his cronies.
Douchey cronies, yeah.
It just shows you, it don't matter if it's 2025 or 1825, douchebags got a douchebag. Because these dudes you're all talking about, like, I hope we can find a whore along the way. It's body talk, as they might say. They're quite quite ribald in their descriptions of what they're going to do. And Elvira sees the prince taking a leak. She sees his bare bottom. He's like, it's going to explode because the latrine in the castle is overflowing. It stinks so bad. So he's taking a piss out there. I did find it interesting that he's got to take his pants all the way down to his knees to take a leak.
Yeah.
Is that how you do it?
No.
That is not how I do it either.
That's how a 5-year-old does it.
Yes. In fact, I feel like that makes it more difficult.
It does. You're more likely to drip some stuff into your pants if they're all the way down. No. Although, send us hate mail if you take your pants all the way down when you pee. And I'm not talking about you, ladies. Are you that kind of person? Send us an email at thewholedamnthing13@gmail.com.
But it's interesting here, too. She hears the prince talking. She hears the sort of gross behavior. She hears that the latrine in the castle is overflowing, and it's disgusting. Then she makes a little noise, and they notice her. And they're all like, hey, you want to come down here and get fucked, sweetheart? And then the prince is looking at her with their nose gear.
It's 1800s catcalling.
Yeah. One of them's like mimicking lady? Sucking a dick with a bottle and thrusting his hips. And then
how you feel about that, eh, lady?
The prince looks at her and he's like, no, I'd never fuck that. And she runs away. But what's interesting is that this doesn't change Elvira at all.
No.
Rather than have the truth, being confronted with the truth, where the latrine in the castle is overflowing, so it's not like it's this magical place, and the prince talks like a bastard, and she sees him in the middle of one of the grossest, well, let's just call it most basic human conditions of relieving himself.
Yeah.
And he looks at her and says, I would never fuck that. Rather than all of that truth slap her in the face, she still maintains this rosy-hued picture of...
Yeah. In fact, she spies on him.
Yeah.
Like shortly hereafter.
Even more after this.
Yeah.
That moment strikes me because I'm like, yeah, how many times in my life do I think you do see what's going on here, right? Like the truth is smacking you in the face, but yet you choose to maintain this fantasy that like, oh, this guy is great.
Dreamboat.
Well, Elvira has to walk home. Like I said, Alma took the horses. And as she's walking home that night, she passes the stables.
Yeah.
And this is when she sees Agnes is in season. Quite literally, in the stables, bent over, and here comes Isaac the stable master, one of the servants of the house. And
who's hung like a horse.
I mean, this is some nudity. Frankly, I was like, wow, I'm surprised that I am seeing this.
Yeah, this had to be a strange moment.
You see lady parts, you see man parts, and they start rutting in the stable here as the horses are all making their animal noises.
Yeah, very strange.
It is shocking. And Elvira's looking at this wide-eyed like, what the fuck is going on here? And Agnes sees her, and everything, and Elvira runs away. You get a little close-up on the jizz. And this is the one moment I was like, did I need that one? Like, I get everything up to that point. But I was like, did I need to see the sort of custard dripping down the pantaloons here or whatever? I wasn't sure I needed to go that far with it.
Is this the Swedish producer? Matthias, do we need to see the jizz?
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, we're going to cut to, what kind of virgin fuck stable boys? Whores, that's who. Mom has heard all about it. Or stepmom has. She is pissed and she is knocking Agnes around. Oh, put her to work. She chases Isaac out like he still hasn't put his clothes on. It's the next morning.
Yeah.
But poor Isaac's running through the countryside, butt naked.
He's been lounging around all day.
Well, I guess he had to wash his trousers.
Yeah, it's
Got
true.
a little loud there.
He really did have to wash those trousers.
Elvira has seen Agnes' station fall. She's kind of delighted a little bit. If you're ever going to point the finger at Elvira, it is in that moment right there because she sees Agnes get knocked around and then she just sort of like takes an eclair and pops it in her mouth with a smile in her face.
Yeah, kind of douchey.
3 full moons later.
Someone has gotten skinny.
The tapeworm inside her is working. She gets the nose gear taken off. Oh, it looks great. Dr. Esthétique is like, I did such a good job on your nose.
We are so happy with how your face is looking.
Yeah.
You have lost the weight. You are so attractive now. We just must fix the lashes.
This is a thing. This is a real thing that they used to do. They sew hair through the bottom of your eyelids and the top of your eyelids so that you could get long eyelashes. Yeah. It's wild. And the suture needle is coming out in this one as well, just like in Pan's Labyrinth, but it's going right by the eye, and they're sewing on these eyelashes. I really do not like this. I do not like it at all. I don't like the process. I don't like the end result. I find it all distasteful.
I will tell you a brief little thing of how they did it. You know, they created a specific thing to attach to the front of the camera on a macro lens that had they could fill it with bloody tears or what looked like bloody tears.
Oh, okay.
So they could look like they were filming through crying blood.
Oh.
They had obviously some close-ups of the actress there with the needle coming in very close, but they also had a fake insert head with a acrylic eye in it.
Okay.
And they comped some of that stuff in. So they're actually sewing through some silicone, like a silicone fake head.
Oh, yeah.
That's punched with lashes. and they're sewing the other fake ones into place, and then kind of visual effects comping it into place. It's really, really well done.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, when I watched it, I didn't think that's obviously a fake head.
Yeah.
I thought, well, that's clever. I wonder how they did that. And then later I saw all the stuff that Thomas had posted, and I'll put a link in the show notes.
Cool.
So you can go check his Instagram. You can see all this stuff that they did for this movie, which is really impressive.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a Swedish makeup effects minute? Is he even Swedish? I don't know.
Yeah, she gets the lash, as it were, on this one.
Ugh.
But not before a rare, real moment of levity in this. He's like, this is the latest painkiller. It's made from coca leaves,
yeah.
so let's all do cocaine before the surgery.
That's right.
Pretty wild. Also, all the nurses in his office all have cosmetic surgery done to them, and one of
them's got a white dead
like a dead eye with the lashes. Like, oh man, I might have kept her in the other room while you were doing this.
This one was a mistake.
Yeah.
I have learned very much.
Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, her fortunes and that of Agnes, our Cinderella, have certainly reversed now. As Elvira's fitting into the dresses, she's able to eat what she wants, and Agnes now is resigned to cleaning out the scullery and the fireplace and whatnot. So it's at that night when Elvira feels a gurgling in her stomach. This movie got a lot of gurgling in it. There is a lot of happening.
If you're a fan of gurgling, like if gurgling's your thing, this movie's for you. You're welcome.
And she's out in the hallway, but her eyes are all swollen from the surgery, so she can't really make it to the pantry. And she's sort of crouched down there like some hideous creature.
Some kind of weird creature, yeah.
And
absolutely.
Agnes sees her and looks at her and just
kind of takes pity on
her. And she can tell she's looking for some food, so Agnes just starts feeding her cake.
Here, it's
Have
cake.
some cake on. And we get this weird scene.
Yeah.
There's a couple of gross eating scenes in this movie.
Yeah.
This
is one of them.
Another one later on where she eats spaghetti in the bathtub.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Makes me not want to eat spaghetti.
You remember that movie Gummo? Did you ever see that one? There's a scene in that where the kid eats the plate of spaghetti while he's getting his hair shampooed. Ugh.
Yeah.
Food. Don't bring food into the bathroom.
No.
Ever.
No.
Please don't ever do that.
No.
I go through that sometimes at the movie theater. Do you know what I mean? Where I'm like, I got to pee before the movie, but I got my popcorn. And so I'm like, I got to go to my seat first. I'd rather leave my popcorn unattended.
Yeah.
than take it into the bathroom.
You're not carrying it into misty urine room with shit particles floating into the air?
No.
Flavor crystalling your popcorn?
No.
Yeah, no, I get it.
No thanks. Well, Agnes's fortunes have reversed so much that now stepmom is keeping her out of the competition. She's told the headmistress, look, sorry, she's taken ill. She's staying in bed all the time. So Agnes, who had been the lead in the dance, needs to be replaced. And they're like, who's it going to be? And now they look at Elvira and everything she's done, and they're like,
Impressive.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think she'll do just fine. And this is when we get that second scene where she's eating spaghetti in the bathtub, and Agnes is talking to her about the bawdy poetry. And this is when Elvira notices she's losing her hair. Clumps of hair coming out.
Not just a little bit, big balding patches, which is
I think
horrifying.
Because the tapeworm essentially is leaching the nutrients out of your food, that it is a malnourishment thing that's happening.
Yeah, I brought that up when we were watching it, and I was like, why is this happening? And I think it was my sister Caitlin that was like, I think she's not getting any nutrition. I was like, okay, good point.
Well, mom's still wheeling and dealing, and she brings in a creepy guy who has a portmanteau trunk with a beautiful ball gown in there. And he's like, let's put this on you. Let's see how it will be. And he is just leering all over Agnes.
Super gross, this dude.
He's just like adjusting Elvira's breasts in the dress, pushing them up like, that's what you want. He's handsy. He's gross. Agnes ends up spitting in his face at one moment because he's just trying to like stick his tongue down her throat. A fucking bastard. And they notice...
Which is what you do with servants, I guess.
In the 1820s, man.
They were known as bed warmers.
The good old days.
Remember the good old days when you could just hire someone to, well, I guess you still can.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Well, they also notice that Elvira's hair is falling out, so she gets a blonde wig. She gets a beautiful blonde wig. I mean, she is transforming completely. You're going to put on this wig. You're going to put on this gown. You're going to woo the prince. You're going to be amazing.
I mean, he's going to be a little pissed in the end when he finds out what's really going on. But yeah,
it's like that scene in I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Where
where she takes off the wig and then the fake arm and the fake leg and then
stuffed bra and the stuffed like booty, like the false butt that she's got on and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Agnes hasn't given up on going to the ball completely, and she sneaks into the room and she opens like her old hope chest where I think she finds her mom's old wedding dress or ball gown or something like that. And her old shoes, like baby shoes, I think. And she takes them out and she meets Elvira in the hall. And as much as my heart goes out to Elvira for most of this movie,
this is a bitch move.
This is a bitch move because Elvira instantly sees some competition here and starts struggling with Agnes, ends up tearing the dress. Agnes runs away. And it's like Agnes is asleep next to the corpse of her rotting father, which is decomposed. Even now it's all Lucio Fulci'd up.
He is at stage 3.
Yeah, worms, maggots everywhere coming out of this bloated corpse.
Yeah. This is a fantastic moment, though, as she's like falling apart, and then she sees the spirit of her mother coming in saying that it's going to be all okay. And then you see all the worms crawling on Dad, and you realize that some of them are silkworms and they're going to start repairing the dress. I'm like, holy shit, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's the fairy godmother moment of Cinderella, right? She gets magical help to make her a new dress. And the shoes now are in your pocket. They're going to fit your feet, and everything is going to be okay. But she also warns her, look, 12 o'clock is pumpkin time, so you got to get back.
Yeah.
They really don't, and they don't need to, they don't show you many of these moments. They're not focused on Cinderella.
They just allude to
so
it.
They're not going to give you the big carriage transformation from pumpkin into a carriage and all that kind of stuff.
You already know all this.
Yes, you do. You don't need that. But it's ball time. Everybody's pulling up to the ball and
bring on the ball.
I still find myself, despite the bitch move of tearing the dress, rooting for Elvira in this moment as she comes in all bright-eyed. Everything that she's ever wanted is now within her grasp. And this moment,
she's doing a good job.
This moment, too, where all the young girls now from the finishing school are all in their dresses, and they're all being paraded around in front of these gross old men who are leering at them and sort of like licking their desserts as they walk by, sort of imitating cunnilingus and all this kind of like weird,
look at me, lady,
leering behavior.
This is how good I am. And there's custard.
There's like a major domo in there who's announcing all of these ladies, and he's like, here's, Lady Catherine of Scranton, and giving out like all the the details are so. I don't know if you caught this. The details are all so stupid. They're like, her favorite food is beef.
Yeah.
She likes walking. She has 2 feet and knows right from left most of the time.
Her legs go all the way down.
That's right. Feet on the bottom, pussy on top. It's like the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Like, she enjoys the flavor of chewing gum.
Clarissa can dance the 2-step.
Maria can make oatmeal. Yes.
Miriam is fond of soup.
Susan's favorite color is rainbow.
Kristen once owned a duck.
Celine's favorite time of the year is 6:30.
Mildred is a ratter.
Sour cream and onion is Alexa's favorite flavor.
Britney likes Cinderella's first 2 albums and demo tapes. Yeah, I'm bringing it back.
Cynthia thinks kites are neat.
Ingrid can eat a ghost pepper.
Oh, Ingrid. Charlotte ties her shoes with double knots. They're all the dumbest details about these girls. And they're like mom or their caretaker or whoever's brought them to the ball is like leading them around on an invisible leash. And like sometimes they're making like little dog noises they're really being paraded around like bitches at a dog show.
I mean, that can be fun on a Saturday night. You know, come here, baby. Let's do the invisible leash.
Oh God.
Can you do
Bark like a dog.
Yeah.
A big dog.
There you go.
Hop on one foot.
Who's a good girl? I'm going to scratch you behind the ear.
Ooh, got the leg going. You like that?
Oh, you like that, huh? Clarissa likes to lap milk from a bowl like a kitten.
It's so dumb. It's brilliant.
Catherine eats her meat with a fork.
Yeah, yes, that's right. And then we get this flower dance, right? We get the big dance that they've been practicing. And they've got these ridiculous costumes on. It almost reminds me a little bit of like Esther Williams, the synchronized swimmer.
Absolutely. Yeah. It is very
synchronized. It has a lot of that silliness to it, but they're all taking it, of course, dead serious. And the ball it's so ludicrous. But also I feel like it's right on the money. You know, right on the message with this movie.
It is.
Now it's just pointing out bald-faced. Look at how stupid all of this bullshit is. And Prince Julian, it's finally time to pick who does he want to open the ball with. Who's he going to pick?
Yeah.
And there she is, Elvira.
No question. It's Elvira.
He walks right up to her. Will you do me the honor? They begin to dance. She's getting everything she wants. Things are looking good. And then, who should come through the front door but a mysterious stranger wearing a veil and a beautiful blue dress? Instantly, the prince locks onto her, stops dancing with Elvira, walks over to her, and he'll be dancing with this stranger for the rest of the night.
Strange, weird dick move. First of all, he's already proven that, you know, I don't want to fuck you because you are unattractive. And now he's like chosen Elvira as the most attractive woman in the room, who obviously has her shit together from what he can see as far as a spit and polish goes.
Yeah.
But this person comes in completely veiled. He has no idea who's behind that. And he just immediately goes, yeah, this is my thing.
Yeah. Well, one, I'm not sure he recognizes Elvira when he picks her as the girl that he saw with the nose guard, right?
He absolutely doesn't. But my point is who comes in could have been Elvira.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Because her face is covered.
I suppose that's true. I guess it's the poise and the grace with which she moved, and maybe she got a little of that fairy magic, and he's got a bippity-boppity boner. You know, he just instantly goes over there.
Hailing from parts unknown,
the veiled mistress. She can stick her feet behind her head. Hey, want to dance?
Well, let me think about this for a minute.
And yeah, Elvira, her stomach has been gurgling this whole time. This throws her for a loop. Obviously, she's a bit devastated. She runs into this antechamber and then just throws up a clutch of tapeworm eggs. Oh, it's so gross. It's so gross. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Mom comes in. She's like, What are you doing? Pull yourself together. You gotta marry a rich man. Smacks her around. She's trying to bring Elvira back to the realm of the living and
starts parading her off to every fucking leering fool in there that's got any kind of fucking heft to his coin purse.
Yeah. We get a little dance montage here. twirling and gurgling, spinning, and she's like seeing worms and everything, kind of hallucinating or a little delusional, or the movie's just having fun with it now of like all this worm imagery, spinning and dipping. And as she dips, so does the veiled stranger, and upside down, the veil comes up and she sees, oh my God, it's Agnes.
Fucking Agnes.
Oh, that bitch.
God damn it.
But the clock is striking 12, and we know Cinderella got to make her exit. So
that's right.
She runs out, and we just kind of skip ahead. There's a little bit of montage, and the prince is announcing, she left her slipper behind. The girl that fits this shoe, I will marry her.
It has been decreed.
Elvira gets home and attacks Agnes with a cleaver right away.
Yeah.
She's fighting, struggling up the stairs, down the hall, manages to get the shoe from Agnes just as Mom is coming home. Yeah, just as Mom is coming home. And Mom has got a guy just on the other side of the door who's trying to like tickle her and stuff. And she's like, go to bed, Elvira, go to bed. And Elvira's like, I got the shoe. She's pretty much losing her mind. Mom's like, you had your chance. Get out of here. So Elvira's in her room. She's miserable. She screams. There's a great shot. She looks down at her feet. You see both of her feet, and you see the tiny little shoe propped up on one of her feet.
Perched. Not going to fit nothing.
She grabs the cleaver that she's still got, and she looks at her toes. And
an old-timey light bulb, a candle, goes off over her head.
Oh, man. This is rough, dude. This is so rough. Because it's not like she just thwacks them off with a cleaver. She sort of slices across the toes first, makes like a mark to score it, and then she gets a block of wood, like a log or like a heavy block of wood.
Yeah, like a log,
Puts her foot up on this little vanity stool, puts the cleaver on her toes, and then just smashes them with the block of wood.
You know, this is actually from the Grimm fairy tale? Yeah.
I did.
One of them cuts her big toe off to fit the shoe, and the other one cuts her heel off.
So
horrible.
I remember the first time I ever read the Grimm fairy tale, I think I was maybe 11 or 12 years old. And at that point, I was only familiar with the Disney version.
Cinderella.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I read all the Grimm's fairy tales over the course of a couple days, and I was just like, how is Sleeping Beauty having all these babies if she's still asleep? Like, there's some stuff in those fairy tales where you're like, this is so messed up. She's got the cleaver on her toes and the block of wood, and it's like, wait for it. Wait for it. Thwack! And the scream.
But they don't come off.
They don't. They're severed.
Still attached. They're pulsing blood. They're just hanging on there.
By a
This
thread.
is a nasty little fake foot with a bunch of really appropriately colored blood, I felt, because it had the opacity that blood actually has when it gets oxygenated. Yeah, I thought it looked pretty grisly and cool.
Yeah.
And then Mom is like, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, and then she's like, oh, okay, I see. Well, you did it to the wrong foot.
Isn't this, that moment is so terrifying. So terrifying.
Yeah.
You did it to the wrong foot.
Yeah.
Oh. And the sister is there like, oh.
Are you mad?
Like, are you out of your fucking mind, Mom?
Yeah.
So, the prince has the left shoe. And almost like, leave her alone. And Mom's like, no, the shoe will fit her. We're going to do this. So Alma leaves.
I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound at that point.
Mom finishes off the first foot. Thwack, thwack. It's just like little bits of toe flying around. And then goes to work on the second. I think you just hear the noise of it. You don't see that.
It's a wide
foot.
shot. You don't really
And you don't
catch
need
it.
to. After what you've already seen in the close-up and how
you totally don't
hard
need to.
this is to watch.
Yeah.
Oof. And we'll cut to a shot of blood spray on the prince's book of poems. There's some toes, just severed toes on the rug that Mom didn't clean up. And Elvira is in bed as the herald's horn sounds again. She looks like hell at this point.
Yeah, she does,
She's balding. She's got bloody stumps at the end of her feet, gurgling more. Blah, 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 blah. And she falls out of bed trying to get down to the front door, and there's a crunch, and she has broke a tooth.
Yeah.
Oh, the braces. She will be systematically dismantled trying to get to the door here.
So fucked.
Yeah.
Falls down the stairs on her belly.
Crunch. Breaks her nose.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for her to have gone through all of this and then have it all taken away at this point. And she kind of catches eyes with Agnes for a bit as Agnes is heading out the door. And as she's lying in a mess in the foyer, she hears, the shoe fits. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Yeah. Beautiful virgin, I have found you, says the prince.
Yeah.
And we're like,
well, she's not a virgin. That's okay. You don't want a virgin. You want somebody who knows what they're doing. You want somebody who's seen the stable boy.
Alma finds her little sister finds Elvira on the stairs. We're leaving. We're going to get out of here. Alma has seen enough. Where's the antidote? Because when Elvira was given the tapeworm, she was also given the antidote to get rid of it.
To basically puke it up.
And it's like, boy, if you haven't seen enough in this movie yet, we got one more treat for you. Because
it's a doozy.
Yeah. Alma gives Elvira the antidote, and then Elvira starts retching into a bowl of milk. Another bowl of milk. Pan's Labyrinth, also a bowl of milk in that one.
Yeah. Well, actually, milk will attract tapeworm.
That's what I have heard.
Yeah.
And mouth agape. Struggling, you see the tapeworm start to make its way out. And then her little sister eventually grabs it and begins to pull and pull and pull like a magician's handkerchief. It just keeps coming. Oh.
And they kind of did it like that, too. They had an apparatus that would fit into her mouth.
Really?
That was almost like a pulley. And you would feed the tapeworm into it, and then they digitally erased the side where it's being fed into her mouth and just had it coming out of her mouth. So they could do a really long take of pulling something, what looks like coming out of her throat.
It is
and
hard.
They also
to
had
watch.
a half head of her that they could puppeteer a tapeworm out of, that they comped into her. So they have like eyes and down to like shoulders, right? And it's hollow in the back, and they can feed the tapeworm puppet out the front so you can get the wiggling and the moving. And then it's cut to the one where she's got it in her mouth, where her sister's pulling on it. Really, really well done.
God. Yeah. And there's even a moment, too, where like the sister's pulling and pulling and then gets stuck. And she yanks a little harder and then just like unravels like a coil of rope comes out of her mouth. Like blah, 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 blah,
bunch of them.
Is it a bunch of them, or is it one that's just wound all around itself, and so it gets pulled out like a big knot of tapeworm?
Maybe it was just one, but it looked like a fucking awful lot.
Regardless, it is gross. It is so hard. And also, kudos to the actress here, because when you have to maintain that sort of tension and screaming, you really have to find a way to be able to do that for multiple takes so you don't end up hurting yourself. You know, because she's sitting there straining so hard as this thing is being pulled out of her, and sells it so well. I
heard this movie was very torturous for her to make. Like, she went through a lot of very painful things. And
interesting.
That it was a lot of just tough stuff that she had to deal with. They said that when they fit her for the nose brace, which she wore a lot, she had a hard time breathing, and it hurt, and it was a big deal. I mean, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, nobody should be suffering that much for their art where they actually go through physical pain. Someone's not doing their job right.
Yeah.
You better figure that shit out. But kudos to her for really leaning into it and really going deep. And
this is her first movie, too.
Rolling with it. Wow.
This is her first feature film. Done. Yeah. The writer-director and her, both newcomers. And
they both have a long career.
Oh, my gosh. Smashed it out of the park. Both of them. Yeah. After she's got this thing pulled out, I mean, she is wretched, right? She's got a broken tooth, broken nose, clumps of hair missing. She's just had this thing pulled out of her, but somehow looks better. Somehow there's just like this relief.
Looks like, there's a slight bit of happiness to her.
There is. And we'll get carried through, right? And that thing I watched about like swallowing the tapeworm egg was like swallowing the lie. This is the moment where once it's expelled, she's free of that kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Almost like we're out of here. She sneaks around. She finds some of Agnes's old valuables, like old jewelry, and she's going to grab that so they have a little money to get out. And
they can make it to the
catches eyes with their mom, who is in the bedroom that she's in with a fella and his erect penis right there. Yeah. And she's watching as she takes the jewelry as her mom just starts going down on him.
Yeah. Mom's like, okay, we all got to do what we got to do.
Weird recognition of their stations and where they're headed. And it's really troubling and sad. It is. And graphic.
Yeah.
Well, as they're leaving the house, Elvira can hardly walk, but her sister is helping her down the stairs, like crawling out of the place. They both give this like little bit of a giggle with each other, like, oh, we're finally free. And they get on a horse and they ride away. And as they ride out into the distance, you see on the lawn of the house there's that pan of milk that the tapeworm was in, and a couple of crows
crows are pulling at it
to get the bits of the tapeworm as they pull this thing apart.
Freeze frame.
And then it says, what I guess is the Norwegian word for the end.
Yeah, but it said
slut.
Slut?
Yeah. It's a weird coincidence.
It was worth a laugh at the end, for sure.
It was. Oh, my gosh. And that is the Ugly Stepsister.
Yeah, that's the whole damn thing right
What
there.
A ride. Fearless in so many ways.
Really enjoyable movie.
It is.
And also not.
Yes. Probably had me gripping the sides of the chair more than anything I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. My first watch through, there was definitely a lot of, oh, shit.
Yeah. Just like, oh, gross. Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't. Oh, you're going to do it. Oh, gosh.
Good stuff.
For me, that's what you want, that movie.
Yeah.
It was on point with its message. It was really well done, directed, acted.
Yeah. For me, at a 7.5, it's close to what you want.
Yeah. Only because you might not ever watch it again.
Yeah. But I mean, I've seen it twice.
Yeah. Well, we like to watch things.
I'm nobody's fool.
Okay. Oh, there's more Cinderella references.
You're welcome, 80s metal fans.
Oh, yeah. Before we go, though, you know what we have to do?
It's been a while.
Shout out! Yeah!
That was right on point.
You want to start it out?
Yeah. I want to say a special thank you to one of our two newest supporters, Paul Marks. He wants head for the whole year. What do you think of that?
Oh, hey, all right. Thanks, Paul. We'll do our best. And also, let's thank Jason McCoy, who joined at the whole damn thing. And Jason also wrote a nice review on iTunes. So thank you, Jason.
Be like Jason.
Much appreciated.
Be like Jason. Write a review.
Then we're going to go back and thank some of these people who've been with us for a while. Gabriel Roth. Gabriel, the $4 whole damn thing level. Thank you so much,
Thanks.
Gabe.
Thanks,
you know
Gabe.
Gabriel?
I do.
It's Gabe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gabe. And then Patrick O'Leary. No relation to Mrs. O'Leary, whose cow started the Chicago Fire.
No relation.
Patrick joined? I don't think so. That would be wild.
I'll ask him.
Okay, excellent. And while you do, thank him for joining at the $4 whole damn thing level. And Matt Allen. $4 the whole damn thing. Thank you so much, Matt. We really appreciate it.
You know who pays for the show and supports it besides Mom?
Well, I do know a couple people, but is there someone specific you have in mind? The announcer.
Tyler, our announcer, supports the show. Thank you, Tyler,
thank
for
you.
everything you do, for all the quips you give, and the shenanigans and nonsense. And thank you, Tyler.
Lots
for the
of
support.
shenanigans.
Also, Jonathan Cohn, thank you very much for supporting the show. At the tail. Want a little tail? Got a little tail. Thank you.
Where else can you get tail for $2?
I know, right?
I mean, there's probably a few places, but
I don't think you want $2 tail.
But we do, so we thank you, Jonathan. Cindy O'Quinn at the $4 whole damn thing level. Thank you so much, Cindy.
Yeah.
And thank you for your reviews as well.
James Marshall, also whole damn family supporter. He's in. He's all in. James Marshall. You know
James Marshall.
Good dude.
That's a tough guy name. That's that's like an old Gunsmoke, kind of name.
Marshall
like
James Marshall.
That's right. With Deputy James Marshall as Sheriff Marshall James. And then Lindsay Wolf. Lindsay Wolf, thank you so much, Lindsay, for joining at the $4 whole damn thing level. Lindsay has done a lot of little sound bites and audio clips for us, some of the interstitial things we do, and more work in the new year, Lindsay.
More work.
I think we'll have more things for you to do. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Lindsay. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. We love our supporters. Again, if you're not a Patreon supporter, please go over to patreon.com. Find us the whole damn thing at patreon.com and give a little, give a lot, give whatever you can. This show's supported by you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shout out! Shout out! Yeah!
I think for this episode, that's pretty much pumpkin time.
Oh. Tyler turn us into a pumpkin? He said quizzically.
Tyler, bring the slipper.
Well done.
And wipe the jizz off your trousers.
Oh. Did you really have to take it that far?
No.
The head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
Well, that wraps up another episode of The Head, the Tail, the whole damn thing with industry professionals Mike D. McCarthy and James Knight. I'm your announcer, Tyler Patton. Join us next week for our giant reptile episode featuring Alligator from 1980 and Anaconda from 2025. You know, the new one. The funny one. Yeah, I don't know if that movie did. I mean, Jack Black and Paul Rudd are starting to get a little worn, little threadbare, little not funny old guys falling over. But we'll see. Maybe it's hilarious. Maybe it's not. Bye for now.